Alright, I'm live. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I'm live. Can you guys hear me? Y'all hear me? And how's my audio this time? I'll actually do a test right now. I'm gonna do the test. I'm live. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I'm live. Can you guys hear me? Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. It's pretty epic. Okay, Methyl Miner, hey everyone. Rotary Motion, hey dude. And then Methyl Miner, I think MES will go over Agenda 2030 in this episode. Actually, I'm not sure about this episode. I got a whole lot of stuff here. But anyways, Ride the Liger just donated CHF $2 epic stuff here. This is you have the record for the fastest donation. Thanks a lot. There's a super chat. Okay, I can now have to refresh. We can hurry you. Okay, hi, RFS55 is in the house as well. Epic stuff, guys. Okay, and I gotta set up some stuff. I was going over all the stream notes and trying to set it up because there's a million stuff. Iran Contra, interesting. I should may cover that or not. I haven't looked at that too much. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click here. I'm just gonna start setting stuff up. I was just I was like trying to rush through sort the notes. Okay, so only on new tab, make it bigger. So we'll do this pop open, pop out chat. So the way it works, there's a way I set up it is like this, and put it here. Okay, it's gonna go up like this, something. So just bear with me, I'm just setting up some stuff right now as we get through. It's gonna be pretty epic live stream. Alright, let's see how many people we have. We have 12 people on the show. Alright, 12 people, let's okay, Ryder Liger says the thumbnail was cool. Yeah, I still remember that one. that was actually hilarious. Okay, so this is set up there, I think. And now what I could do is I can make this bigger chat, like zooming in. And yeah, that looks cool. I'm gonna zoom this up more. How do I go up even more? I'm gonna go up through my second monitor. Okay, and then I'm gonna do live. Yeah, sorry about this. I'm just setting up some stuff. Alright, and yeah, just set this up, make this wider. Okay, we are good to go. Alright, so we have 11 people in the show. And I'm gonna refresh this one. It should okay, so refresh should show it here as well. Alright, so let's as usual, let's go to the stream notes and links. Okay, Paul from Newcastle, hi all, epic stuff. Okay. And okay, so here is the Jimmy Varlin, and now it's time for the Iran. Yeah, this is the Iran. They have a Apple product called the Iran, and we're going to war with Iran right now. All right, so there's a bunch of notes. So what I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm gonna cover all of these links here. So what I'll do is anything I don't cover over, I'll just move it over to the next one or the next live stream. So this is the stuff that doesn't make it through. Or Rotary Motion. Hey folks, all right, epic stuff. Yeah, thanks for sharing stuff on X or Twitter. Yeah. I gotta set up the camera to my face. Because I have the location a bit set up more. Like, I changed it up. Okay, this one should go to my face, maybe. Okay. Alright, just aim it up. That should be fine. Okay. Let's go here. Just should be... It should be, like, inwards more. Okay, this is cool. Alright, so we are good to go. We have no exit strategy. Alright, guys. Let's go over some housekeeping. Yeah, it's going to be interesting stuff. I try to make it set up in whatever I wrote in the description. So I said, join me as I cover the upcoming and long-planned war with Iran, which will likely lead to World War III. I also cover the latest in Ashton Forbes MH370 video fakery, as well as a 9/11 disinfo agent attacking MES, all while I try to improve my microphone. Well, if the microphone's pretty good right now, I think, because I made it a bit closer. I moved it over closer to my keyboard on the left side, and it's like teetering right now. Initially, I was trying to get the headphone or like the microphone on the clip in, but it did not work that well. So I just got to return that. Mike Tyson fight, July 20th, 2014, moon landing 20. Okay, 55 years ago. Okay, we got Mike Tyson in the moon. Okay, this is gonna be epic stuff. Yeah, the Tyson fight. I want to actually see how he is. He's like 55 years old, and then Logan Paul only fights old professional fighters or some YouTubers. All right, so anyways, let's continue further. We have a whole bunch of stuff here and try to pack it all in. So MES, as always, go to MES links and everything's there. I gotta start opening some stuff. MES.fm/links. All right, as always, go to MES links, guys. Everything's gonna be there. Oh, Pam Running's in the house, and Superfan. I think that's the first Superfan in the show. So Red Liger is the first super chat, and then Pam Running first Superfan. Epic stuff there. And yeah, use the emojis too if you can. So click add emojis. Use the Superfan emojis. All right. So now I'm gonna cover this up. All right. So anyways, MES links, guys. Go to you can go to Superfan and become a Superfan, just like Pam, and you could donate. It's $15 Canadian. It's about $3 American, and so on. And you can basically pay monthly. You get these emojis. You get a loyalty badge, and I get a shout out from yours truly. All right. So the next setup here is donate as well. Just get the housekeeping stuff out of the way. Oh, Maggie's in the house. Hi, Miss, and all epic stuff. All right. Oh, they got the emojis there. Nice. The gyroscope and the other stuff there, guys. MES links and donate. Anyways, just doing housekeeping, and we'll get this show on the road. All right, guys. You can donate there. You can go PayPal or whatnot. Super Chat takes 30%. YouTube takes 30%. And I did some calculations. I forgot who said it, but someone said that 30% of $9.99 is $666. No, it's actually $3. And then if you subtract it, it's gonna be $6.99. So it's still not the $666 over there. So it's actually 3, and you can actually do a calculation check right now using our built-in calculator right here. So what is 30% of $9.99? It's $3. So then if you go to the opposite of that, 70, 6.99. And yeah, so and you can also share these calculations as well, and I'll share it as our website there. And I will go right here. Actually, I'll update it. Okay, I'm gonna click this now, edit, so I could zoom into here. All right, and also what I've done on MES links, I added all the X threads that I have, the epic X threads. So there's the ones. I think there's some more Pizzagate ones I gotta find. Anyway, so if you go here. You can search X threads and have for MES 911 troops. So you get the building sun falling quickly. You got WTC literally turning dust, Twisted Steel, Toasted Cars, Hudson effect. Then you go to the conspiracy one. I have the war with Iran and the shooters hearing voices. Okay, yeah, Metal Miners got it right. You got crypto in there, and I haven't checked. I didn't take out the Litecoin one. I wanted to see. Wanted to wait till the price goes up. Let's see. This was Metal Miners donation last time. It's okay. This one here. Litecoin. I don't like how it doesn't just state how much it's USD worth. But anyways, so you can send Litecoin, Bitcoin, XRP, Hive, etc. And also use my Nano Ledger referral, so I'll get a cut of your Nano Ledger. Anyways, let's continue in our journey. So we have 19 people right here. All right, so the next setup is right over here. Let's see what the notes says. The notes say here. Okay. Oh, okay. So links to X threads. So yeah, we'll be going over those links, especially the Iran one. So this is upcoming war with Iran. We'll go over some of that stuff. So the next setup here is also today's 420, and so 420 backwards is 420. Yeah, so 420 2024 backwards is going to be 420 2024. All right, this is like mind blown. Hashtag mind blown. Whoops, no enter sign. All right. So yeah, so we're literally in a backwards setup here, and also and other people before were asking what they should call me. People have different nicknames. Call me Math Easy or MES or Math Man or whatever you guys want to call me. Up to y'all. All right. So now the next setup here. Okay. So make mic louder. I had some notes here. Computer randomly lowers mic sounds in the settings for no reason at all. It gets at lower volume. No, louder volume. That's I think the issue I had last week. I think his volume was much higher than mine. So then, if you would lower your volume to listen to his voice normally, it would make mine really low. So I had to make sure everything's double check with the guest to make sure we have the exact same audio level. And yeah, I think that was the one issue as well. But also mine wasn't loud enough. All right, so we have this setup. All right, let's continue further. The other setup is I was considering doing a stream to Rumble at once, Rumble and YouTube, but I'll try to figure out later. But anyways, another thing before we get to the Iran stuff and a whole bunch of other stuff. So Andrew Johnson's on Substack, so make sure to follow Andrew Johnson on Substack. And yeah, so 9/11 Revisionist got him on there. And also Mark Conlon has a summary of 9/11 quote planes data. And also he has an April 23rd interview with Germ Warfare. at 3 p.m. UK time, or 7 p.m. PST. So you get this article on that. Oh, it just removed. Okay, I don't know why it's gone. All right, so I don't know what happened here, but anyways, we'll figure that out later. Okay, manifest death date is June 4th, 2024. Manifest. I gotta figure out. Yeah, I'm not sure what manifest is, but anyways, it might be a movie or something. Let's continue further. This is the next setup here. Okay, I'll figure out I don't know why the link wasn't working. All right, guys. Anyways, we're gonna jump right in to here. Oh, also yeah. So also next week, April 27th, 9/11 Revisionists will be on. We're doing a presentation on 9/11 Disinfo Agent Network, and then on May 11th is going to be 9/11 Revisionists again. He's going to be doing one on UFO alt media covering up 9/11, and then May 25th, Morgan Reynolds on May 25th on his 9/11 quote planes RFC against NIST and so on. All right, guys. Okay, that's one of my pickup lines. Hey, my name is Math. You need to do the math. All right, all right. That sounds good. You can also call me Meth Easy Solutions. Okay, plane disappears, MH370. Okay, so manifest death. Oh, that stuff. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I might have seen an advertisement for that. Anyways, we're going to jump right in, guys. Iran attacked. So this was a last stream. So Iran attacked Israel literally as my stream was ending. Like near the end, I got messages, people saying World War III starting. And then I was checking, I'm like, what's going on here? Okay, Litecoin went from 72 to 85 from my last donation. Yeah, that's why, because it was a dump / crypto correction, and then I'm like, I'll just leave it and then see what up. Okay, Sunny G's in house, another super fan. Epic stuff. Hi guys, hope good to see you all. Yeah, for sure. Good to see you. And also, yeah, so here we can sort out funding here, so you can show who funded. You know, I think there should be a super chat somewhere there. Oh, no, I mean a super fan one. Okay, that doesn't have a super fan sorting button. Or Gary Jackson's house. Hey, are you serious? Meth? Don't do meth. Trust me. Yeah. No, there's a good a meme I saw one time. It's like it was supposed to be like a meth dealer. Let's go here. Meth dealer. Math meme. It's like there was a meth dealer on the news, but then the news thing he wrote math dealer. So let's go meth dealer, math news, something like that. Okay, it's not showing it, but anyways, it might be on Google though. Yeah, so it's like math dealer got caught or something, got arrested, and it's like like but they spelled meth wrong. They put math. All right, anyways, let's continue further. We're into the Iran stuff. Okay, so Iran literally attacked Israel. According to mainstream, literally as I was doing the live streams, I was getting messages, and here is this link. Actually, we could search it here. I'm gonna start closing some of these stuff. This is going here. I guess we have 21 people. That's good stuff. And donate. Okay, so I'm gonna go MES links. Web.telegram. So I go to .telegram, and we'll open some of these stuff. That stuff gives me nightmares. Okay, so yeah, so Matt G says don't take meth. All right, guys. So that's the public safety announcement. Okay, so we'll go here, and I'm gonna search. I think you could search up links. Okay, I gotta go here. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, so this one here. So just finished my live stream and posted this last week, and World War III just started as Iran bombs Israel. So let's play this video. Can you guys hear the audio? Alright. Apparently they had their Iron Dome, whatever sensors, and then firing back with other stuff. I mean, they were firing back with the interceptor missiles and so on against these whatever they're doing. We'll read the mainstream narrative of it. So, but anyways, that was a video. I saw on Twitter again, literally as the live stream was ending. All right, one crystal plus. Okay, so mathel miner. Let's go, guys. Like, everyone's talking about math. Well, I'm trying to figure out World War III starting now or next week. All right, so the next setup here. Okay, so we're gonna go read. I'm gonna read this here. Basically, I'm doing research on the go. Let's see what this whole all these fighting is. So it started April 1st, 2024. Okay, so they started on April Fool's Day, and we're all the fools. Well, they're basically fooling us. Anyways, In 2024, the Iran-Israel proxy conflict escalated to a direct conflict between the two countries. On April 1st, Israel bombed an Iranian consulate annex in Damascus, Syria, killing multiple senior officials. In response, Iran and its proxies launched strikes inside Israel on April 13th. Israel then carried out retaliatory strikes on April 19th. All right, so yesterday they started firing back. So that's interesting. So April 1st, on April Fool's Day, Israel bombs the Iranian consulate in Syria, and then Iran basically launched strikes last week during my live stream and near the end. Now the version is here. Metal Yellow, better late than never. Just got back from a birthday party. Okay, great. Well, we're just getting started now. The other one was spent quite a few minutes on the housekeeping stuff. All right, the next setup here. Okay, so background: after the Iranian Revolution, 1979, Iran took a more critical stance on Israel, and a proxy war emerged as Iran supported Lebanese Shia and Palestinian militants during the 1982 Lebanon War. Iran began to gain power, influence other countries and groups. The conflict evolved with Israeli attempts to stop Iranian nuclear program and confrontations during the Syrian civil war. Anyways, so that is, and they have the whole teams on both sides. So Wikipedia is good for this stuff. You can sort out the mainstream narrative pretty quickly. So 33 civilians injured. Okay, these are on the Iran. I think this is on the. Okay, belligerents, Israel on the right side. So 33 civilians injured. Interesting. 14 killed on the Iranians, and 2 Syrian civilians killed. All right. So that is the stats for this war. And you got everyone on different sides. The commanders, the captains of the teams, and so on. All right. So that was the mainstream narrative. Okay. So they're just bombing each other. And now the next setup here. Before the actual attack, a few days before, this is April 15th. Okay, so this one here was actually a few days after. So it was April 13th was the attack. But a few days before that, I was actually reading right here, conflicting data. Why did the price drop? No, it's gold warning us. This one here. So I actually read this article from this. He's a pretty big influencer on the crypto scene, on Bitcoin scene. So is gold warning us about an incoming geopolitical event? This was a day before, so I think he may have some sort of insider info. Anyone that big usually does. All right, getting some messages. All right, so now the version is sending some stuff. All right, we'll have a look soon. So anyways, to investors, so he wrote gold hit an all-time high, basically 2,400 over the last 24 hours, which is a new all-time high price for the precious metal. Most of you would not expect me to cover gold, giving my interest in Bitcoin, but I think there are a few things worth calling out related to the rise in gold. And then what he said was, first, when the price of gold rises, most people will point to existing geopolitical turmoil as the main driver. In a Reuters article this morning, again, the morning before the attacks, Ashton Forbes, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, writes, safe haven gold prices hit an all-time high on Friday, on track for a 4th straight weekly gain as geopolitical risks in the Middle East and economic concerns about China spurred robust demand. There's potential for more upside in prices amid central bank purchases as demand for safe haven assets rise, with growing anxiety among investors about geopolitical conflicts escalating, said Ricardo Evangelista. So he said, it's not crazy to think that existing geopolitical events could be driving some of the price movement, but the question is whether the entire price movement could be explained by these issues. I think he was mentioned someone was buying up. I think it's sanctions, maybe. Anyway, he mentioned something about, like, for example, a country was buying up gold just in case that they were going to get seized. If they're going to do an event, then they're going to get seized. Okay, so but the seizure of central banks. Okay, yeah, this one right here. So that is eye-opening because the seizure of your central bank assets are now a going concern for all foreign nations who step on the toes of the United States. Castle Island's Nick Carter explained it well by responding to Wang with the following commentator. Interesting things as thesis. For sure, there's no going back after 2022. Anyone that offends the U.S. knows their FX or foreign exchange reserves are getting frozen. New era. So basically, they're buying up gold. Like, for example, Iran. That was the person. Okay, it's Timothy Sullivan's announced. Yeah, so they're buying up gold, and then Iran attacks. Let's say Iran buys up gold, price goes up, and then they attack Israel, and then the U.S. freezes their assets or whatever on their U.S. dollar assets. So they do that, but then they have a bunch of gold now. And then, yeah, so basically I read that article the day before. And then he also wrote right here, why did Bitcoin's price drop over the weekend? And then this was the Iran launch a barrage of missiles and drones at Israel over the weekend. This escalation did come as a surprise to the United States and our allies. It was not a surprise. I mean, did not come as a surprise. And then days in advance, Iranian leadership told various countries that they planned to retaliate after Israel reportedly destroyed Iran's embassy in Damascus, Syria. Thanks to this heads up, almost 100 of the 300 missiles launched by Iran were intercepted and or thwarted during the attack. All right. And so he wrote this. This all happened less than 48 hours after I wrote an article to this group on Friday titled "Is Gold Warning Us About an Upcoming Geopolitical Event?" And it appears that gold was sounding the alarm. So anyways, MES, your thoughts on Bitcoin? Bitcoin is just another, like, I think all monetary systems are steered and controlled. Bitcoin's just the digital version of gold. It's like a safe haven asset for the digital world. But it's obviously created. It's created by the same people that create gold. Because even gold, they say it's scarce, but I'm 1,000% sure they can make gold using cold fusion. So even gold is a fake asset. Yeah, I'm part of a crypto project. Yeah, I have a person who wanted me to promote it. But yeah, so I think crypto is fundamentally it's just it's a monetary system that you can create. It's similar to like a social media account. So before you had newspapers, and so you had newspapers, and then that was like, but now you condense newspapers into what I'm doing right now, for example. So like now we can have any single person can have their own newspaper or own live TV broadcast. And then with crypto, what happens is you turn that into it as well. So you basically every single person, every single person can create a digital asset. Bitcoin is just most people use it, but even then, obviously it's gonna be you got some sort of NWO agenda, turning everyone digital, making the whole monetary system digital. So alchemy, yeah. So so alchemy, and I think digital alchemy too is. I'm very, very certain, like, not 100% certain, but I'm pretty certain that the current cryptography can be cracked using hidden mathematics. It's not just hidden science, hidden cold fusion, like, for example, 9/11 tech. I'm saying also advanced science and math. Let's say there's some hidden math that you can actually crack the Bitcoin cryptography or all of internet cryptography. For example, imagine I could log in here. Just without logging in, I can just go and edit it. I can crack whatever code it is for the editor of Wikipedia, and then I can edit it myself. I think that's possible because all it is just figuring out prime numbers, which apparently mainstream says it's impossible. Good to know. Not familiar with it, but trying to understand it more. Does he touch on the project often? No, on the project. This is a separate one. It was like an NFT project for like pixel art. But if you want to learn on blockchain, I have. So if you go to MES links, I have everything there. I highly recommend the Big Picture blockchain. Big Picture. So I have a blockchain cryptocurrency. I was supposed to make a part 3 one. If I can get focused and get other stuff sorted, I might do a part 3. Part 3 is going to be on I think it's going to be called Architecture of World Control. It's pretty cool. So blockchain Big Picture. I highly recommend watching these two videos right here. It's blockchain tutorials. So I highly recommend this one. If you want to understand, not just blockchain, just monetary systems in general. It took me a long time to gather it here. So these other ones are overview of blockchain there. I made an overview 6 years ago. And then, but then the parts 1 and 2, this is kind of like high level, trying to understand what it means. Just what it means beyond, and basically internet as well. I go over the internet and then basically discuss try to simplify exactly what I mean by money, and what Bitcoin initially solved. It just solved a double spending problem, which is basically everything is every single transaction is only done once. Like you're not gonna go and I'm not gonna go send you, let's say, $1,000, but with that same $1,000 I send another person. In other words, you've double spended one money. So all of Bitcoin, what it is you have a ledger. So you math easy, cash money in $1 million. So add another 100. Now you have $1,100,000. But this is just a piece of paper saying, here's my bank account. But then with crypto, no one's going to believe you there. But then what it does is, imagine you had 1 million computers all saying the exact same thing. That's pretty much what Bitcoin is. It solved that problem. Bitcoin created by CIA? Yeah, probably. Probably, but again, a lot of stuff are created by CIA. Internet is created by CIA. Internet is created by CERN or whatnot. No, by DARPA. I think internet. Okay, so internet was created by, and then the browser, the World Wide Web, was created by CERN. Remember seeing an old document or just being questionable, but that's good info. Yeah. Well, the thing is, we live in a Freemasonic world, pretty much. I think so. Everything is controlled. Let's see what the CERN. I think that's CERN as well. Okay, so interesting. The World Wide Web was founded in 1989. First browser in 1990. Both of them at the European Organization of Nuclear Research. Was so CERN basically is creating the internet. And then internet itself was developed by U.S. Department of Defense. Yeah, so internet was created by U.S. Department of Defense. Obviously, Bitcoin's gonna be as well. You have the www. That's the usual 666 in Hebrew. The vav. Ledger's public for most crypto assets for privacy. Coins like XMR, Zcash, Zcoin. Yeah. For sure. That's just the way it is. But anyways, everything is CIA stuff. But the thing is, it's like it's still fundamentally still just a tool. So if you can figure out ways around it. Okay, so going further, next setup. Okay, so that was the Iran. I want to show that gold stuff with Iran. So now the next setup here. Okay, so the next setup. I just want to stay focused right here. Okay, so so Iran may have bought gold just before attacking Israel. So that was an interesting one. And now we're gonna go to the Iran predictive programming links right here. MicroStrategy's offices are 15 minutes from Langley. Oh, interesting. Yeah. It's maybe I want to visit them one day, because I live pretty close to Langley there. Well, like relatively close. Still gonna be a couple hours drive. All right. Okay. So the next setup here. The reason one of the reasons I got the idea for this title, War with Iran Predictive Programming, was the Family Guy episode. This one here. I put it earlier, but then that's life. But now, as you know, actually reminded me of it. So we're gonna do the Family Guy one. Okay, so Family Guy. So this is just in time. Yeah, Iran attacking Israel just in time for Family Guy's predictive programming's script right here. Let's see this one here.
Ground Zero. So this is where the first guy got AIDS.
Peter, this is the site of the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
Oh, so Saddam Hussein did this?
No.
The Iraqi army?
No.
Some guys from Iraq?
No.
That one lady who visited Iraq that one time?
No, Peter, Iraq had nothing to do with this. It was a bunch of Saudi Arabians, Lebanese, and Egyptians financed by a Saudi Arabian guy living in Afghanistan and sheltered by Pakistanis.
So you're saying we need to invade Iran?
All right. So he's invading Iran there. That was a vertical one he puts on the shorts, but here's the full one. We'll watch this again with the full widescreen.
Ground Zero. So this is where the first guy got AIDS.
Peter, this is the site of the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
Oh, so Saddam Hussein did this?
No.
The Iraqi army?
No.
Some guys from Iraq?
No.
That one lady who visited Iraq that one time?
No, Peter, Iraq had nothing to do with this. It was a bunch of Saudi Arabians, Lebanese, and Egyptians financed by a Saudi Arabian guy living in Afghanistan and sheltered by Pakistanis.
So you're saying we need to invade Iran?
All right. So yeah, it's got a whole bunch of obviously disinfo, Saudi Arabia, mumbo jumbo, and even AIDS and whatever. Also PSYOP. Yeah, AIDS is PSYOP as well. Everything is PSYOP there. But then they included the last part. Yeah, saying we need to invade Iran. This is years ago. All right. So that was the Iran one. Okay. So now the person sent me a photo. Let's see what this one was. Oh, there's the one. Okay, this is the one I asked for the thumbnail. I'm telling you right now that MFR is not real. All right, let's go, baby. All right, so that's the one I wanted to share there. All right, the next setup is, let's go back to I have a bunch of lists here. Okay, and then to see predictive programming stuff, or just a whole bunch of stuff, so search Iran in MES Links Telegram. So you go here, and you just type Iran, and I have 50 posts right here, all Iran. That's, Iran's a big one. Okay, how U.S. will start war with Iran, to see some other good ones, some of the other ones I have over there. Scenario 4 is Iran disrupts the world, the Super Bowl. Okay, this one I completely forgot about this. CIS. This is from. Let's see what this one was. Okay, a report of CSIS Aerospace Security 2020 February 2021. Okay, project defense against the dark arts in space. Okay, so defense against directed energy weapons right here. Okay, this is gonna be epic, guys. This is more epic than I even anticipated. So. Let's it's Iran. Okay, all right. Have they been demonstrated? This is non-kinetic space weapons. So we were talking about 9/11 stuff right here. We're talking about space beams from. Talking about laser beams from space right here. Okay, directed energy weapons from space. Okay, have they been demonstrated? Multiple nations have demonstrated these capabilities, including Russia, China, Iran, and others. Iran. All right. Let's see some other stuff. We're doing live research, guys. Whoops, we gotta go back. Go back here. This is doing live research. So while Russia and China have advanced electronic counterspace capabilities, nations such as Iran and North Korea are also developing and using jamming and spoofing systems. Okay, let's continue the next one. Okay, so likewise, the U.S. Department of Transportation issued a warning in 2019 about Iranian GPS jamming and communication spoofing in the Strait of Hormuz. All right, so we got GPS jammers. Okay, let's continue further. Okay, let's see right here. Iran is believed to have placed GPS jammers on an island near the entrance to the strait to interfere with civilian aircraft and ships so that they might mistakenly navigate into the Iranian waters or airspace and could be seized. All right, so you get them fake the GPS so they can seize them. That's interesting. All right, so here, see what else here. So as the Shamar satellites begin a second drift to toward the 108.2 degrees west orbital slot, Iran informs the United States that it will continue to attack U.S. commercial broadcast satellites unless the U.S. sanctions are lifted. The Super Bowl is next week, and the loss of these 3 satellites will impact millions of North American customers. All right, this was DirecTV. I think they were doing a scenario right here. So scenario 4, commercial space system protection. So let's see what the notes I had here. Okay, that's Gauss deconstructing the myth of AIDS is the best documentary on that. Yeah, the other one is a pretty good. The House of Numbers. That was the that one. RFK Jr. actually shared my article. I mean, yeah, he actually. I actually shared the video that I uploaded for my MES Truth. Check out here. It's connections between Kerry Mullis, Devin DeBaker. Yeah. Timmy, those stuff. If you were gonna send me that, I could go over them. But there are some definite connections going on there. Okay, let's just see. I want to see what I had highlighted. So here's the scenario 4: commercial space station system hostilities between the United States and Iran have once again been flaring over Iran's nuclear program. New and more onerous sanctions are taking their toll on the Iranian economy. Again, hence why they're likely buying gold. And Iran has promised strong retaliation, and also they'll buy Bitcoin too. Let's go here. Within a week, all 3 direct satellites in this orbital slot are non-operational. Yeah, the Super Bowl is next week, and the loss of these 3 satellites will impact millions of North American customers. All right, so basically they're gonna take over or jam satellites, and then people can't watch Super Bowl, and they're gonna blame Iran. And if you have the Super Bowl that's gonna be delayed, or if you delay the Super Bowl, Americans are gonna want war. I'll want war too. It's pretty cool. RFK Jr. is indivisible from Devin DeBaker. Yeah, for sure. And RFK Jr. Yeah, I included that part here. The Abbey, I think. No, Rockefeller. So RFK Jr. big donor is Abby Rockefeller. So one of the Rockefellers right here. Whoops. Okay, this one right here. Abby Rockefeller. I had the link earlier. Who are their donors? And then I think she donated a major GOP millions to RFK. Yeah, far left socialist right here is a top donor to RFK Jr. So Abby Rockefeller gave $100,000 Democratic presidential candidate super PAC. All right, and I believe Kennedy's family is endorsing Biden over him. So that's interesting. So the Kennedy family is also there. All right. So put that there. So RFK is being funded by Rockefeller. All right, that's by Rockefeller Jr. And also here, RFK said climate change skeptics should be jailed. Let's play this one. And then we'll get back to the Iran stuff. This one's a good detour. Let's go here. This is from 9 years ago, September 22nd, 2014. But I think he still has similar views. Politics is a circus with clowns for distraction. Yeah, for everything, for sure.
Do I think they should be in jail? I think they should be enjoying 3 hots and a cot at The Hague with all the other war criminals who are there.
What about politicians, people who express
I
skepticism?
think they're selling out the public trust. And, I think those guys who are doing the Koch brothers bidding and who are against all the evidence of the rational mind are saying that global warming doesn't exist, that they are contemptible human beings, and that, I wish that there were a law you could punish them under. I don't think there's a law that you can punish those politicians under, but I think the Koch brothers should be prosecuted for reckless endangerment? Absolutely. That's a criminal offense, and they ought to be serving time for it.
All right.
Thank you very much.
So basically, wants to jail big industry that's denying, that's not believing in the climate mumbo jumbo. Marcus always remain Marxist. Yeah, that is very interesting. All right, let's continue back in our journey. A whole bunch of notes. Yeah, the notes are absolutely infinite. I just kept going and going. There's a whole lot of stuff to cover. All right, let's see the next setup here. I'm gonna close this. I just want to stay focused on here. Iran Israel conflict. Okay, so we have that. Isn't this video like 20 years ago? That was March. That was that's 14th, I think. That was what did I just have? JFK. Let's go RFK Junior. When was this? But I think he's still similar to that
I
position.
think they should be in jail. I think they should be in.
This is 9 years ago. So 9 years ago, not 20, but still pretty good. Anyways, so that's RFK Junior. Okay, so now the next setup is actually speaking about climate change. One of the things we'll talk about climate change in a bit. I just want to finish the Iran stuff and then get back on track, because otherwise we'll be here for 20 hours. All right, so we have 39 people, 41 people. We have a lot of people showing up. That's pretty good. Just want to zoom out to see what the stats were. All right, we're just getting skyrocketing like Bitcoin. Okay, let's just keep going. Imagine going to Berkeley in 1969 to the Fillmore East and seeing all those great bands and artists. Then at the end, it's Ravi Shankar like boo after Janis Joplin. Give me a railroad. He's talking in code. I'm like illiterate to music stuff. All right, let's continue further. I'm gonna close this. This is the Substack of. Okay, so this is Iran stuff. So yes, Iran's gonna disrupt the Super Bowl, and when they do that, World War is gonna begin. All right, let's go back to the Iran stuff here. Actually, yeah. So basically, I said search Iran. Building X thread. Let's go back here. I just want to stay focused. Okay. So search around MES links Telegram until I can find some, just see what else I have written. So I have 50 of these. Iran plans to use digital coupons to get bread. Okay, this was something else. From one scripted war to another. Okay, this one I wrote actually. Yeah, this one I wrote in 2022. All right. So this one, we'll go to that soon. This is my article. It's pretty epic. I'll have that opened. Okay, it's Iran. 1998 was the informal start of the Iran War. All right. In 1998, in 1998, the World Cup had Iran beat USA. So in France 1998. So that was the start of the World War, right there. Okay. Match venue is Iran versus US if they play each other. All right, going back here. Yeah, they were in the same group stage as well. This was in the World Cup. Iran versus USA. All right, let's continue here. Okay, Iran. This one here, defense. Let's see. This is from when was this one? Yeah, 2023. So last year. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, after assessing the situation with the Prime Minister at the scene of the attack on Mount Hebron, the most significant change on the ground is related to Iranian financing and intention. Iran is looking for any way to harm the citizens of Israel. We will take several actions that will restore security to the citizens of Israel. All options are on the table. All right. So anyway, starting a nuclear mumbo jumbo. Let's keep going right here. W3 will be a holy war. Okay, let's just see what here. Okay, so he says the World War III will be a holy war. Netanyahu invokes biblical prophecy to open world's eyes to darkness of Iran. This is April 16th, 2015. All right, so this means we're going to have to jump right to the article. So my article from 2022, and then we'll go over the X thread and so on. So as the Russia-Ukraine war was starting, so people were telling me, Russia-Ukraine should do videos on this. I'm like, Iran war is the big one. So from one scripted war to another, war with Iran is coming as the world is scripted with another scripted war, this time with the long-standing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Keep in mind what may likely follow next, war with Iran. Even when Hamas attacked Israel, the big one's the Iran one. Okay, Taylor Swift must be a secret Iranian agent. All right. Sounds like Trump doing gun sound. What are these? All right, let's go here. World, Ukraine, Russia conflict, and then Iran war. I made this meme. All right, let's go. In the lead up to the war, all of which is scripted, the world population has to be initially propagandized over many years. This is mainly to prepare and ease the transition into direct scripted conflict. This is especially evident in the major coming war, major Iran war. To illustrate this, let's take a look at the propaganda over the past 2 decades, preparing people for killing their own fellow humans. So I wrote this one again, 2022, March 29th. So this was from a Jerusalem Post. Iran is on its way to a nuclear bomb, and Israel is silent. Opinion. Should our leaders not be warning the people of what is coming? Why the silence? Why the seeming indifference? All right, so there's setting up for, again, World War. Biden bombs Iran. So in messaging to Iran, this is 2021, Biden bombs Iran. Will move meant to show U.S. strength jeopardize a diplomatic opening with Iran? 2020, Wall Street Journal, Biden, Iran, and the bomb. Will he throw away Trump's Mideast gains to return to a bad nuclear deal? All right, this year, Wonderland, at the risk of arousing the dark side, 2020's election results are reason for conservative optimism. Anyways, blah, 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 but politics. Let's keep going. 2019, Operation Bomb Iran. John Bolton, the Saudis and the hawkish forces pushing the White House toward a war with Iran. Bolton, the president's national security advisor, once endorsed a plan to, quote, bomb Iran. So there's U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton left, and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman on the right are considered key influencers of U.S. President Donald Trump. Senator Bolton is known for his aggression towards Iran, as are Sunni states such as Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. So 2018, John, quote, bomb Iran, Bolton, and QAnon regime change. So we have this New Yorker, John, bomb Iran, that's his title, that's his name, his nickname. The new warmonger in the White House, so Trump got him in the White House, which is, again, he's known for wanting to bomb Iran. And then QAnon, if you search Iran in the QAnon website, this is June 19, 2018. Free Iran, fight, 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 regime change, people have the power, we stand with you, Q. Like, what kind of nonsense is this? Let's go, so if you search Iran, a whole bunch of Iran stuff. Let's see the 2020 one as well. Okay, there's a bunch of Q mumbo jumbo. Like, how do people read this? I think it's like an AI made this. But anyways, so that was the that one there. And so that was the QAnon saying bomb Iran. 2017, bomb Iran. Israel and Egypt pressured Obama to, quote, bomb Iran before nuclear deal. So U.S. President Barack Obama and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hold a meeting in the Oval Office of the White House in Washington, D.C., November 9th. The relationship between the pair disintegrated in the final year of Obama's time in office. All right, nuclear weapons are 70-year-old tech. They have much better in 9/11. Yeah, for sure. But the nuclear ones, it's again, I think the radiation isn't as deadly as it mainstream pushes it, similar to quote viruses. But again, it's more like, I think it's like more destructive in terms of it'll just blow up everything everywhere. 9/11, they can literally direct it as they please. So they cleanly removed the Twin Towers. Imagine they actually blew it up. All of Manhattan would have been like pepper sprayed with projectiles everywhere, and that would not have been nice and not pleasant. All right. So our it says 2016, Iran and North Korea. So anyways, we can go. I can literally go on and on. This is absolutely ridiculous, but I think I will. This is for the live stream and for future records. So just to drive the point home. So 2016, Iran and North Korea. Are North Korea and Iran in a secret nuclear plot to wipe out Israel? Expert warns of threat. Gillen was a nuclear host. I've seen some. I think I've seen some of the people saying it's a hoax, but no, I think. Well, the tech is just a bomb, big bomb. I think they just the fundamental, basic stuff of nuclear stuff is I think is real. Like it'll blow up big with the atomic fusion and whatnot. But I think there is some fake elements to it. Like the radiation might not be that dangerous, so you don't need to go and seal uranium like deep underwater. I mean, deep underground for like hundreds of years to prevent people from dying or whatnot. Exactly, you have it, Matthew. All right, epic stuff. And just direct energy weapons. It's just like it's just like a nuclear fusion setup there. It's like cold fusion, but but hot fusion. It's just hot fusion, which I think again that's why the mainstream can never get it right, because they're trying to get like super high temperatures, and that's the only way they know. As opposed to the cold fusion one, you can actually do the same setup. You can release energy from atomic bonds without super high heat. Nuclear, it's pronounced nuclear, Homer. Yeah, epic stuff. It's pronounced nuclear. So that was the nuclear technician. Homer Simpson. Anyways, North Korea and North Korea, North Korea and Iran is nuclear plot to wipe out Israel. Expert warns of threat. Who is this expert? You know, an article is fake news. We just have an expert. Anyway, North Korea could try to work with Iran to covertly give it a nuclear arsenal to destroy Israel. Has been claimed. All right. There are fears the regime of Kim Jong-un, again, he's another Freemason puppet, could covertly work with Iran's Ayatollah Khamenei, another Freemason puppet. This dude who didn't like Trump because of the label Rocket Man. Now that's depth. Rocket Man. Oh, okay. Is it because it's saying space is fake? New drinking game. Drink every time MES says Iran. All right, you guys can be drunk. So 2015 bomb Iran. This right here, New York Times. This is a New York Times article. This is from John Bolton. New York Times is giving a warmonger a op-ed piece. So to stop Iran's war, to stop Iran's bomb Iran. All right, and let's see another one. This is also in 2015. War with Iran is probably our best option. What kind of news is this? What is New York Times and Washington Post? Who reads this garbage? All right. 2014. At Christmas party, Beckham tells Obama to bomb Iran. I'm like crying actually. It's like these are politicians. Outgoing Republican Michelle Bachmann, or representative, I think it's representative, had some parting advice for President Barack Obama at the White House. This is representative, not Republican. At the White House Christmas party, bomb Iran. And then 2013, nuclear red line. Iran already passed the red line. Oh yeah, Iran already passed the red line. Expert says. Who is these experts? Former IDF intel chief says Tehran will be able to break out. Will be able to break out to the bomb this summer. Calls for drastic increase in sanctions. All right, sanction. Again, why Iran probably bought gold. So Amos Yadlin, a former director of military intelligence, January 2012. Iran has essentially crossed the, quote, red line set by Israel for its nuclear activity, and the coming months will be a crucial period. Major General, this is Rez, I think is retired or something, or reserve. Amos Yadlin, a former head of IDF military intelligence, said on Tuesday. All right. Okay, another drink. I just had a tooth pulled. Yeah, guys, don't drink when I say Iran. Otherwise, you're gonna be drunk beyond measure. All right. And in 2012, bomb Iran into the Stone Age, initiate war with Iran. All right. This is Forbes. How I tried to bomb Iran into the Stone Age, part two. Michael Peck, contributor, aerospace and defense. I cover defense issues and military technology. All right. So not only the politicians, the military personnel are all psychopaths. The outcome was disaster last week when I played Tell Me How It Ends, a computer simulation of U.S. military action against Iran's nuclear program. They even have a computer simulation. So what this means is they're literally prepping the military for war with Iran. It's not just prepping us. They're prepping their own military. Stepping into the role of the President of the United States, I ordered an all-out strike against Iranian nuclear facilities that escalated into a ground invasion and a costly U.S. occupation of Iran. This week, I'm going to experiment with a limited strike in the hopes that I can stop the Iranian bomb without triggering a massive war. All right, this one's the big one here. Oh, is Israel going to sacrifice the wreck house today or tomorrow? Oh, okay. This is a detour. We're gonna go and detour right here. Red Hafer's wiki. I think Berber. Okay, so Jeremy is Berbering. All right, let's go to the Red Hafer. When was this one here? Israel. When are they gonna Israel? When are they sacrificing? When are they sacrificing it? What did Texans have it? Okay, when will Israel sacrifice the Red Hafers? See, this guy's saying October 7th. See what this says. The Ted Hafer Day is on Monday. Oh, right. Red Hafer Day. Is this after Passover? Let's see. Passover. Okay, this is the first time in nearly 2,000 years a successful Red Hafer has come about. What does that mean? Holy after 2,000 years, it is still our opinion the first successful red heifer sacrifice will take place in the spring of 2024 around the Passover to Pentecost period. Passover will be towards the end of April, while Pentecost is in mid-May. Okay, so he's saying Monday. All right, we're actually gonna start World War III. All right, so we got some epic stuff, and speaking of the red heifer one, again, this is still part of the Iran stuff. So this one here. Okay, so I shared this video, and then for some reason YouTube thinks that that I own the copyright to it, and anytime someone uploads it, YouTube gives me a notification saying someone may be using your stuff. See the copyright. Okay, so if we go to copyright, so if I go by date, so a lot of people share the Osama bin Laden, the Bill Cooper prediction. But if I go here, so these ones here, so this one is saying 100% of their video is using my the one I shared in my live stream last time.
In a recent speech,
so anytime they share this one, YouTube thinks I own it for some reason. So I can go and literally block them if I want. I can go and say request video removal or request video removal on this one that it's not my video, but YouTube thinks it is because I may have one of them the only ones shared it. Anyways, okay, the marathon Kay Craig's interview is a piece of foundational knowledge. Our corruption in the military. She's hung up on Christianity, but if listeners can be patient, you'll learn a lot. All right, interesting. Okay, here's the red heifers one. So Israel on her place again. So that's all part of World War III. Israel-Hamas conflict is in part because Israel is preparing to sacrifice red heifers or red cows, which some Jewish groups believe is a requirement to build the third to build the third temple, not built. Whoops! What the world just happened here? This one here. Edit text. All right. This is to build the third temple in Jerusalem. I'll read some of this stuff. Only issue is the Dome of the Rock Islamic Shrine is located there and is the oldest surviving Islamic architecture. Some groups want to relocate the dome while others want to destroy it. All right, so let's play this one here. The Israel-Hamas, this one here. And I have this screenshot. So the Temple Institute wishes to relocate the dome to another site and replace it with a third temple. Many Israelis are ambivalent about the movement's wishes. Some religious Jews following a rabbinic teaching believe that the temple should be rebuilt in the Messianic era, and that it would be presumptuous of people to force God's hand. However, some evangelical Christians consider rebuilding the temple to be a prerequisite to Armageddon and the Second Coming. Jimmy Gimple, a U.S.-born candidate for the Jewish Home political party in the 2013 Israeli elections, caused a controversy when he was recorded telling a Fellowship Church evangelical group in Florida 2011 to imagine an incredible experience that would follow were the dome to be destroyed and the construction of the third temple begun. All evangelicals would immediately rush to go to Israel, he opined. Okay, let's play this video.
the infamous October 7 massacre that sparked a war. But one confounding yet eye-opening motive has escaped the headlines. In a recent speech, a Hamas spokesman blamed the Jews for bringing red cows to the Holy Land. The cows he's talking about at a secure, undisclosed location are these, red heifers, to be precise. Some Jews and Christians believe they're the key to rebuilding the historic Jewish temple in Jerusalem and to beckoning the Messiah. To understand, you have to go back nearly 2,000 years when the ancient Romans destroyed the last temple in the city. To rebuild it, these believers point to the Bible's book of Numbers. It commands the Israelites to sacrifice a red heifer without defect or blemish, and that has never been under a yoke. Only then can the temple rise again. Caring for them on an Israeli settlement in the West Bank is Yitzhak Mamo.
So we have here, after a long research, we find in Texas.
In Texas?
Texas, United States of America.
Texas Red Angus, flying them 7,000 miles to Israel.
This is not a publicity stunt.
What do you mean?
Meaning, this is something you take very seriously.
Harry Potter is a good story. The Bible is not story. The Bible is a way of God to lead us.
A massive altar already awaits, where the heifers are to be burned.
According to some believers, the ceremony needs to be performed right here on the Mount of Olives, looking directly into where the temple once stood. But something else now stands in its place.
The Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque, among the holiest sites in Islam. Today, only Muslims are allowed inside, but that's not stopping Jewish activists outside.
Once you got, you started here.
6 days a week, Melissa Jane Kronfeld leads groups from around the world who defiantly pray, as close as armed guards permit.
It's not about the destruction of Islamic holy sites. It is about preserving this place and being guardians over the house of God for all people.
So you're happy with it where it is?
No, it's going to go 100%, but I believe
it's going to go.
It's 100%. Yeah, the whole thing is going to go. We have to build a temple.
When you say that Dome of the Rock has to go, MJ, it's hard for me to imagine something more incendiary.
Well, let me ask you something. The Middle East seems pretty destabilized right now, and the war, if I'm not mistaken, is already here.
To be clear, hers is a dream not shared by the Israeli government or by the vast majority of Israelis and Jews, but it's been enough to incite numerous Islamist groups. Hamas has dubbed its October 7 assault on Israel the Al-Aqsa Wave and has the Dome of the Rock on its emblem. But this is sacred ground to billions of Muslims globally, not just Hamas terrorists, stresses Imam Mustafa Abu Sway of Al-Aqsa Mosque.
Al-Aqsa Mosque belongs to all Muslims. So you'll find reaction from Indonesia to Toronto to New York. That's really given. Al-Aqsa Mosque belongs to all Muslims, and the Muslims today are 2 billion people. 2 billion people.
Simply by performing these acts, are these Jewish activists kicking a hornet's nest?
They are. They are.
A hornet's nest they're kicking all the way to Capitol Hill.
So good to see you here in the nation's capital.
Those sacred cows were showcased in Washington at a recent prayer gathering. Many evangelicals believe these red heifers will usher Christ's second coming.
And we need the Messiah to come, right? So for me, the red heifer, it's red for the blood of Jesus Christ.
Back in the West Bank, Mamo says the ceremony could take place any day.
But can you understand why Hamas could be outraged by something like this?
I cannot understand that even if they are right, why they have to slaughter and rape people to win their war.
Terrorists have been attacking us before we ever dreamed of these cows, he reflects. They don't need them as an excuse to kill. For CBS Saturday Morning, Chris Livesay, Jerusalem.
All right. So, yeah, we got red cows about to be sacrificed. They made a giant altar. Let's see the altar again. Where's that altar? This one here. Where's that altar? Yeah, there. They got a whole setup over there. Gonna climb over there and burn some cows. All right. Don't have a cow, man. Oh yeah, so that's the saying, holy cow. And also, so in the house is Mark Collins in the house. So yeah, Mark Collins in the house and Paul Loveless. Let's go, baby. Yeah, so Mark Collins. I was trying to show the article you wrote about your Jordan Warfare interview, but it wasn't live on your website or something. So where's the Conlon right here? So I'll share the article, and it says not here. If you go to the homepage, so is that still happening, Mark? The Red Hef, I mean not the Red Hef, the Germ Warfare interview. Okay, it should be April 23rd if it's still happening. And let's go next setup here. Okay, so we have the red cows. Oh, and also another one, you got to play this video again. Is a psychopath MAGA pastor Greg Locke preaches that Israel should bomb the Dome of the Rock Islamic shrine so the third temple can be rebuilt and usher in the second coming of Jesus. Didn't Jesus say turn the other cheek, not bomb? Kind of bomb other people. All right, let's play this one. I'll watch your latest video. Okay, Paul Levis saw that. Yeah, that video is pretty epic.
What they ought to do is evacuate up there on the hill and get a great big missile and blow that wicked Dome of the Rock plumb off of the spot where it's standing right now so we can get that third temple rebuilt and usher in the coming of Jesus.
What is happening? That was in the, I think it was the one of the new gospels found in the And the Dead Sea Scrolls. This was never before seen before. All right. So that's the thing. Yeah, these like world politics and psyops are, as brutal they are, they're pretty funny. It's hard to. Like, what is he doing? That's a preacher, guys. That's not just no. But he's preaching up there with his real fucking power. Oh man! All right. Anyways, let's get back into the script. All right, we're going back to the Iran stuff. Okay, so how U.S. will start war with Iran revealed. Well, I need to update this one and include the latest one. So if you go to MES Truth, I think it's the latest one. I gotta start uploading this more often. This is I have this one just to post like other random stuff, just so my main Math Easy channel is more in the has more of a pattern. Don't the Muslims have black cube to worship? Oh yeah, that black cube one's interesting. They go around it into Saturn. That was one of the most like. I just didn't know. That was just ridiculous. Like synchronicity links right here. So we go MES links. Anti-gravity one. So out of the to find that, you got to go to my anti-gravity stuff. The anti-gravity part. Let's mute. Close this. Okay, anti-gravity, and then I'm gonna go to it right now. This is all part of the same setup here. Anti-gravity part 1. Go to the Hive notes, and now and then near the end. So what I do is. And I think if I make this wider, you can see the stuff. Okay, so if I make it wider, you can see this here. MES occult sidetrack. So I was doing anti-gravity on gyroscopes. MES occult sidetrack warning. Please skip the section if you want to keep your sanity. All right, this is actually pretty ridiculous. So you have Saturn there. They zoom in. It has a hexagon storm on top. And it was just interesting. You can actually create this with a vortex. I saw a video of someone actually created with just a vortex spinning around. You can make a hexagon shape like that. It's pretty cool. And then you have you get the Saturn symbols everywhere. You got the Toyota. Even the Nike sign is actually just a ring of Saturn. This is the ring of Saturn right there. You can view it as a ring of Saturn. The Internet Explorer is a ring of Saturn. So hexagon is just a cube in 3D, and you can make these shapes. Just the hexagon inside a star. Inside the Star of David is also a hexagon. So you got the hexagon there. Now you have so remember you have the cube. Now they go around it. So they go around, and that's Saturn. So it's Saturn. Rings around Saturn, and now you got Saturn everywhere. Even the Israel flag is has a cube in there. It has the basically star Saturn like that. And you can also make this other shape like that. All right, and now you get them going around it. So it's like processing like a planet, and yeah, it goes around the cube. Pilgrims reaching the Grand Mosque in Mecca. And then there's Israel, again, there's the hexagon inside. It's an interesting setup there. And yeah, so, and then if you take a cube right here, and then if you separate, make it an angle, you have the IXXI, and it's literally Freemason twin pillars. And the twin pillars right here, so IX is 9. And then you have XI is 11. So 9, 11. And then you can make form the star like that around it. So that's pretty cool. All right. A literal Metroid. Let's keep going here. And then if you're going further on the black cube, so twin towers with black cubes. So they usually put those in the water there. And then if you go further, this is the rings of Jesuits rings. You got the IXXI. So that's pretty next level. Like that. And then the Kabbalah right here. I think Kabbalah is set up here. And yeah, if you take the Kabbalah Tree of Life, turn it sideways, you have the IXXI. So you have the IXXI inside there as well. See, was there a line in front as well? But there's just no line in the front. But it's similar to IXXI. Anyways, let's see what else I had. It's been a while since I looked at this. So this is the setup there. Some other trying to find the high quality ones. And also, if you go on top, this is the these are all the stuff that line up and through the streets as well. And the other points. This is the Washington D.C. from the top view. So the White House is right there. You got the pentagram up there, upside down pentagram pointing down here. So that's cool. And you have the owl there, the owl at the Capitol building. So that's an interesting setup. And there's the owl there, right there. This is definition of patriarchy. Okay, this one right here. So these are all men. And I wrote, this is the definition of patriarchy. Where are the protests? And also, here's some other shapes you can make. You can make upside down pentagram. You can make a cube there. Okay, so people going a bit wild. And there is the Pisces. I think that what was that thingy called? Okay, this is another one. This is the Washington Monument, and it goes through inside these Vesica Pisces circles or whatever. And look, what do you think it looks like? It looks like a D and a V. The black cube contains a meteoroid. Yeah, they have that cube or that rock in there. All right, going further. So this Washington Monument is it's pretty much 555 feet tall, or 6,666. I mean 6,660 or 666 with the 0 inches, and then the top cap is going to be 666 inches. So that's interesting numerology. And then here's another cool stuff. This is dome of the tablets form an IXXI. So if you have Jerusalem, I think this is some other stuff. This is from that giant video that on these. This one here, Secrets in Plain Sight. This is a pretty next level stuff here. You can check out that video if you want. Let's see what else they had. Okay, so this is a dome of the tablets. And so he was saying right here, IXX symbolism is inside the architecture in Jerusalem as well. And then so you have 6/5. Okay, Judaism, Jerusalem. Yeah, this was the stone of the tablets, dome of the tablets. This is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, like that. And they're separated such that you can make a 666. Not 666. You can make a setup like this. You can make a IXXI there. And then another one that's again mind blowing was the Tetragrammaton, or the 4-letter word for God, but then they took out the vowel so no one could pronounce it, or for Yahweh, or it's the YHWH or YHVH, and it's arguably pronounced Yahweh or Yoshua or Jehovah. I mean. Although its true pronunciation is at least publicly lost because the letters represent consonants with no vowels. Anyways, so if you take these are the Tetragrammaton, or the letters for the name for God, and then you put them upside down, you have a man. So that's next level. So put this on top, and then you have the head, you have the arms, the body, and there. That's epic stuff. And then if you've seen my the Paul VI or Paul VI audience hall right here. Yeah, the one that looks like a giant snake. You got the eyes, you got the fangs, you got the tongue, and from outside, literally is over there, and it's also biting it. The actual map outline of Vatican City is through the mouth of it, so it's actually through the mouth, which is a bit mind-blowing. And then they have the Jesus rising from a nuclear apocalypse, and if you flip them around, if you flip them from left and right, mirror it, you get a man Baphomet setup there. That's just some epic stuff here. Anyways, yeah. So anyways, that was me researching gyroscopes, and I've come across a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyways, let's continue further. Let's get back to Iran stuff and continue and see what else we cover. So we have 40 people. See the stats. I'm gonna zoom out to see the stats better. Okay. Oh, actually, yeah, I can't zoom out. Okay, so this is there. We peaked at 43-ish. Let's try to get more people, guys. And all right. So, anyways, so we are good to go. Okay, so let's continue further. So this one here. So I went to the MES Truth, and then I got sidetracked as always. And again, that video I just showed you. So if someone uploads a video, YouTube thinks I own the rights. So then I have this other guy. It says YouTube 100% of their videos being used is my video, is that MES Livestream 21. It's on disappearing wings on 9/11. So it thinks I'm the copyright holder. So that's pretty cool. And there's another one. Other people sharing similar. Again, anytime they share it, even this guy shares a tweet of it, but YouTube thinks it's mine. So if I go here. Yeah, YouTube shares a tweet, and they think it's mine, and it's asking me if I should remove it or not. I'm like, no, it's all right. It is all right. Okay, so the next setup here, War with Iran. We're going to play this one. I made a short one. The original one was 24 minutes. I shortened it to only the parts he talks about Iran. So this is 2012. This guy's Patrick Clausen. Let's see what I wrote here. So in 2012, Patrick Clausen from the Washington Institute for Near East Studies, a, quote, think tank, states that the U.S. should consider creating a false flag in order to push a reluctant Iran to war. A reluctant Iran. So USA wants to fight Iran. Iran's like, what do you want for? But anyways, they're all together. It's all script. Okay, the statue behind the audience hall is humans melting nuclear power. Yeah, all those skulls and stuff are just people dying. And then Jesus rising, or the Antichrist rising. So he alludes to every major conflict starting from such false flag events. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so let's play this right here. So how to build, this is 2012, September 2012, how to build U.S.-Israeli coordination on preventing an Iranian nuclear breakout with Patrick Clausen, David Makovsky and Dennis Ross.
But let's be blunt. If it looks like the negotiations are going nowhere, then I'm in favor of putting forward a final offer. Even though I don't think that that's likely to mean that we're going to get an agreement, but because I think that that's going to clarify why we're going to war. And I think that putting forward a final offer is clarifying why we're going to war. I don't think it's a way to help us get an agreement. The final offer would give Iran everything it said it's won. So we're not asking them to give up which they've announced as their goal. And that's a useful thing, both with the Iranian public and with the world public. We have to face the distinct possibility that our campaign of greater pressure on Iran will not influence the Supreme Leader. I mean, the Supreme Leader has good reason to believe that North Korea is a success and China is a failure, because North Korea has sustained its revolutionary fervor through several generations of leadership, whereas the Chinese regime, while it's still in place, has lost its revolutionary fervor. Now, if that's the criteria by which he judges what constitutes success, the fact that North Koreans are starving and the Chinese are prosperous is not as important. And if that's the situation we face, we should find that out soon. Because in that situation, we are headed towards war. And we need to clarify that. I'm not sure that the Iranian leadership would agree with that judgment. I'm not even sure the Supreme Leader would make that judgment. But it is quite possible that he will. And if he does, we should know that soon. I frankly think that crisis initiation is really tough. And it's very hard for me to see how the United States president can get us to war with Iran. Which leads me to conclude that if, in fact, compromise is not coming, that the traditional way of America gets to war is what would be best for U.S. interests. Some people might think that Mr. Roosevelt wanted to get us into World War II, as David mentioned. You may recall we had to wait for Pearl Harbor. Some people might think Mr. Wilson wanted to get us into World War I. You may recall he had to wait for the Lusitania episode. Some people might think that Mr. Johnson wanted to send troops to Vietnam. You may recall he had to wait for the Gulf of Tonkin episode. We didn't go to war with Spain until the until the Maine exploded. And may I point out that Mr. Lincoln did not feel he could call out the Federal Army until Fort Sumter was attacked, which is why he ordered the commander at Fort Sumter to do exactly that thing which the South Carolinians had said would cause an attack. So if, in fact, the Iranians aren't going to compromise, it would be best if somebody else started the war. Look, the sanctions are starting to bite on Iran's economy. And we are going to learn before too long how much priority the Supreme Leader places on that. And it is distinctly possible that he would be prepared to see Iran become North Korea. That may be a desirable model for him. I don't think it's a desirable model for the Iranian people at all. I don't think that's what they want. And I think he'd face a lot of resistance if he tried to push that idea through. But that is possible. I mean, this is a man who seems to place such high priority on revolutionary fervor. And we will find that out. I don't know. But I would just like to suggest that one can combine other means of pressure with sanctions. I mentioned that explosion on August 17th. We could step up the pressure. I mean, look, people, Iranian submarines periodically go down. Someday one of them might not come up. Who would know why? We can do a variety of things if we wish to increase the pressure. I'm not advocating that. But I'm just suggesting that this is not a either-or proposition of, it's just sanctions has to succeed or other things. We are in the game of using covert means against the Iranians. We could get nastier at that.
All right. So he's not advocating for war with Iran or doing a false flag on them. But he's just suggesting that's what they can do, but he's not advocating. And he lists how all the war U.S. goes to war is with a false flag attack. So they would fake attack and go to war. And Timothy Solomon, he leaves out Great Britain and Empire and so on. Yeah, he does strengthen. Yeah, he strengthened a lot that U.S. is sovereign. Well, they're all together. This guy's just pushing the even the narrative of why they have to bomb Iran, and so like they're setting up the whole thing so that it's like a script. So he's playing the role there. See, someone here sent. Okay. Okay, so I got a message from Paul Loveless right here. Or he says, "Don't share this in the stream." All right, I'll just read that separate. I got an email from Paul about Iran, but I will not. Yeah, so I'll just keep it there. All right, and let's see some other setup right here. Okay, so anyway, so this guy, a big think tank, saying bomb Iran preemptively, like do a false flag, and then how all the other wars start. Anyways, going further, so 2011, Israel and bombing Iran. So if Israel bombs Iran, it will jam, spoof, and hack first. So it will do this, and then but they're also saying Iran's going to do that to U.S. and Israel and everyone. All right. Oh, Mark Collin. Hi, Jeremy. Yeah, so Mark, is your live stream? I mean, is your interview with Joe Morfield still happening? Like I just, it's not showing on your website anymore for some reason. You had the link there earlier. All right, and I was going to read you a summary if we have time later in this live stream. I just want to finish the Iran stuff and then go to the Ashton Forbes MH370 stuff. It's pretty ridiculous. All right, so this is the Iran war. I'll see how much we had. Here's 2011, Israel bombing Iran. If Israel bombs Iran, yeah, so we'll jam, spoof, and hack first. It's anyone's guess if Israel will really bomb Iran for its nuclear program, but if Israel does, it's not going to be a conventional bombing raid. Israel will spoof Iran's air defense sensors, disrupt its cell phone communications, and insert malware into its military command networks. In fact, actual bombing might be the weak spot in the plan. So Iran's nuclear program inspires perennial rumors of an Israeli air raid. No one really knows if one is coming, but if it does, it won't be a conventional bombing run. Israel has quietly developed powerful jamming, spoofing, and electronic weapons to confuse the mullahs before and during and after an attack. Paul says, what I shared with MS is that in 2009, I participated in a global hacking operation against the government of Iran. Oh, Paul Love is starting war with Iran. Let's go. I already shared more details. All right. All right. So Paul Love is starting war with Iran. We have an insider. All right. So 2010, the point of no return. Atlantic point of no return for the Obama's administration. The prospect of a nuclearized Iran is dismissal to contemplate. Is dismal to contemplate. It would create major new national security challenges and crush the president's dream of ending nuclear proliferation. But the view from Jerusalem is still more dire. A nuclearized Iran represents, among other things, a threat to Israel's very existence. In the gap between Washington's and Jerusalem's views of Iran lies the question: who, if anyone, will stop Iran before it goes nuclear, and how, as Washington and Jerusalem study each other intensely. Here's an inside look at the strategic calculations on both sides, and at how, if things remain on the current course, an Israeli airstrike will unfold. This is 2010. 2009, U.S. preparing to bomb Iran. Is the U.S. preparing to bomb Iran? It keeps going on. And there's a whole... Let's just read this screenshot here. Is the U.S. stepping up preparation for a possible attack on Iran's nuclear facilities? October 6, 2009. The Pentagon is always making plans, but based on a little noticed funding recently sent to Congress, the answer to that question appears to be yes. First, some background. Back in October 2007, ABC News reported that the Pentagon has asked Congress for $88 million in the emergency Iraq-Afghanistan war funding request to develop a gargantuan bunker-busting missile called the Massive Ordnance Penetrator, MOP. All right. It's a 30,000-pound bomb designed to hit targets buried 200 feet below ground. Back then, the Pentagon cited an urgent operational need for the new weapon, urgent need for a 30,000-pound bomb. All right. Now the Pentagon is shifting spending from programs to fast-forward development and procurement of the Massive Ordnance Penetrator. The Pentagon comptroller sent a request to shift the funds to the House and Senate Appropriations and Armed Services Committee over the summer. All right. 2008 catastrophic strike against Iran. Sarkozy warns Iran of a catastrophic strike. So, indirect Syria and Israel talk postponed. Assad. French President Nicolas Sarkozy warned Iran on Thursday that its determination to press on with its controversial nuclear drive risked an Israeli strike that would be a, quote, catastrophic, end quote. All right, that's so French guys warning Iran. So 2007, the plane that would bomb Iran and John McCain's Iran song. So the plane that would bomb Iran. Inside the cockpit, and culture of the B-2, whose pilots may carry the greatest responsibility in the U.S. military to get today. So one of these B-2 bombers. Oh my goodness! So that's getting fueled there, and then McCain sings sings bombs to Iran. So Republican President hopeful and current Senator John McCain, Republican Arizona speaker, speaks to supporters at the annual Republican Party of Iowa's Abraham Lincoln Unity Dinner in Des Moines, Iowa, April 14, 2007. McCain crooned the... Let's see, in the message right here. Oh, yeah. McCain crooned the words "bomb Iran" to a Beach Boys tune and joked in response to a question about any possible U.S. attack over Tehran's suspected nuclear weapons program. So Republican, 2009 Republican hopeful John McCain crooned the words via "bomb Iran." Okay, and let's play that video. Actually, we have the video. I think I had it earlier. Okay, we'll show that later in the setup here. Politico secretly urged to bomb Iran. So President Bush and Karl Rove sat listening to Norman Putter for roughly 45 minutes at the White House as the patriarchal of neoconservatism argued that the United States should bomb Iran. So Bush, this guy's urging Bush to bomb Iran. Who is this guy? Why does he have a Medal of Freedom? Bush bestowed the Presidential Medal of Freedom to put her in 2004 at the very time the Democrats were attacking for a war that was not going as advertised. So he's giving Medal of Freedom for the guy saying bomb Iran. Okay, I did not see any questions and answer them. Should I ask my question? The DoD, DARPA is paying hackers to hack Iranian targets. I did not see your question. I was a part of what the article is talking about, the hacking, spoofing, or whatnot. Okay. Should I ask my question again? What was the question? Okay. Justin McCain sings bomb Iran. So here's the video. I think I had a better video. Okay, but anyways, there's bomb Iran. Presidential candidate Senator John McCain joked about bombing Iran. Let's just play that. Actually, let's play this one here. I think it's NPR here. Okay. Let's see if we could play it. Play the song. Okay, it was right here.
It's well documented that we have, for quite a long time now, known where the real problem is in the Middle East. And in fact, the president adequately described it as the axis of evil. I guess my question is, how many times do we have to prove that these people are blowing up people now, never mind if they get a nuclear weapon? When do we send them an airmail message to Tehran?
That old Beach Boys song, "Bomb Iran." Bomb, 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 bomb. Anyway.
All right. Yeah, so bomb Iran there. Okay, so I'm getting some here. Paul Level still thinks in planes. There's no. They were not. It's hard to say it on YouTube, but yeah, Paul, you can't be talking about planes on there. Okay, so now the version send me some stuff here. All right. Okay. So not for stream. Okay. So Paul was, none of the version send me stuff not for stream, and we'll sort that out. Anyways, Angie. Hi, Angie. Angie's in the show. Father of. Yeah. So, anyways, the real planes don't glitch out and don't go through steel like that. That's it's irrefutable. So I don't know what Paul's talking about. Anyways, continue further and. Yeah, sorry for that sidetrack. Let's close some stuff here. Okay, so continue further. So Justin McCain sings, okay, bomb Iran. So the next one here, why not a strike on Iran? New York Times ago, 2006, keeps going on. And now we'll finally go to the 2007, 7 countries in 5 years, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Iran. So in 2007, former General Wesley Clark reveals that in 2001, just after the staged attacks on 9/11, he was made aware of plans to bomb 7 countries in 5 years. The time frame was prolonged, however, but all countries mentioned have been attacked, with Iran being the last one to fight, or the last one to start war. All right, so right here, so we're gonna play this one here. So War is Peace. Okay, so we'll play this one right here. Actually, we'll play this one after this one. That'll be one of the last ones we'll go. So, War is Peace. In the words of George Orwell, the Washington Post, wars are there to make us safer and richer. Quote, safer and richer. So in the long runs, wars make us safer and richer. All right, so that's what wars are for. A good question to ask is, who do they mean by us? So if you're sending your kids to go and fight, or you're going to fight and getting getting killed and whatnot, but it's making you safer and richer though. So what does that even mean? It just burns through the U.S. dollar. So all the money goes there. They just have to print more and more. So it makes you poorer. So this is like this is the stupidest article I've ever written. Oh, this is the most evil one. I see some stuff here. It's not smoke but contrails. Oh, it's smoke but contrails. The trails are coming out from both exhaust. Oh yeah, someone's talking about it, whether it's smoke or contrails. Well, tell that to the other guy. What's the environment altitude would prevent from warming used? It's a greater tell though. There's some truth behind the compression effects and reproduction in the software. Okay, someone just can't wrap their head around that the videos are fake. Ashton Forbes not even talking about that as the missing wings. Are you? Paul's in every podcast. The missing wings. Yeah. So Paul, you're gonna you can't be pushing planes nonsense if you want to be a moderator. So another comment will just make you not moderate anymore. So the missing wings that's obvious. Real planes don't do that. Anyways, we'll play this right here. So General Wesley Clark reveals Middle East invasion was pre-planned and Iran is next. Oh, let's play this here.
I interviewed General Clark on Tuesday at the 92nd Street Y in New York. Now let's talk about Iran. You have a whole website devoted to stopping war.
www.stopiranwar.com.
Do you see a replay of what happened in the lead up to the war with Iraq? The allegations of the weapons of mass destruction, the media leaping on to the bandwagon?
Well, in a way, but history doesn't repeat itself exactly twice. What I did warn about when I testified in front of Congress in 2002, I said if you want to worry about a state, it shouldn't be Iraq, it should be Iran. But this government, our administration, wanted to worry about Iraq, not Iran. I knew why, because I'd been through the Pentagon right after 9/11. About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who had used to work for me. And one of the generals called me and he said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They've just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran." I said, "Is it classified?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, don't show it to me." And I saw him a year or so ago, and I said, "You remember that?" He said, "Sir, I didn't show you that memo. I didn't show it to you."
I'm sorry, what did you say his name was?
I'm not going to give you his name.
So go through the countries again.
Well, starting with Iraq, then Syria and Lebanon, then Libya, then Somalia and Sudan, and then back to Iran.
All right. Yeah, so this is General Wesley Clark there. He's just saying basically he got a memo and is telling all the countries to bomb. So first it was the... no, it keeps going on here. Display what else I had. Let's see the other ones. But here's other articles. So George Bush lied about WMDs, which is, again, all of it's obvious. And then irrefutable, it's hard. But then before that, Washington Post says, irrefutable, it's hard to imagine anyone could doubt that Iraq possesses weapons of mass destruction. Keep going on. And... okay, and then George Bush said, God told me to end the tyranny in Iraq. All right. So...
those weapons of mass destruction gotta...
So the thing is, Satanists believe, well, at least some occult Satanists, they believe that there's two gods. There's the good God and the bad God, but they think the devil's the good one. So he's probably talking about Lucifer right here. Yeah, so President told Palestinians God also talked to him about Middle East
those
peace.
Weapons of mass destruction gotta be somewhere. Nope, no weapons over there. Maybe under here.
And yeah, so U.S. backed this one here. Okay, anyways, WikiLeaks. They're gonna go through Syria, so they backed Syrian opposition groups. But anyways, you have 2017, 2018. Trump calling Syria the president animal Assad, etc., and so on. And also that Brian Williams was saying that he was guided by the beauty of our weapons when Trump ordered the bombing of the Syrian there. Syria, that... Okay, let's continue further. And then...
go into greater detail. We see these beautiful pictures at night from the decks of these two U.S. Navy vessels in the eastern Mediterranean. I am tempted to quote the great Leonard Cohen, "I'm guided by the beauty of our weapons." And they are beautiful pictures of fearsome armaments making what is for them a brief flight over to this airfield. What did they hit? What are you convinced?
Okay, U.S. stepping up Lebanon evacuation. Anyways, let's see what else they had here. I just want to continue further. So anyways, this is just showing articles on where U.S. bombing everybody, even in Somalia, and then you got this Gaddafi, and then Hillary Clinton with her one of her highlights.
I mean, that is the land of unconfirmed religious. We came, we saw, he died. Did it have anything to do with your visit? No, I'm sure it did.
Millions of civilians killed in multiple U.S. Somalia airstrikes. All right, keep going further, and then there's the QAnon stuff. Anyways, and then there's the bomber and then you got the Trump and the Clintons and so on. Anyways, the chat's going next level. Yes. Anyways, Paul, I made you not moderator. Yeah, we don't have a. The moderator should be a one that sees through the plain stuff. But anyways, you haven't stated what your opinion is. You just said you disagree with MES 9/11 and 9/11 planes research, or Mark Collin. You haven't explained why. And the plane, the quote plane, it was a gradual descent. It was not a descent, and it made a sharp bank turn. Real planes, Boeings can't do that without breaking apart. That's another thing. And then you said that it's not possible to hit a 2008 foot wide. So, but you just said unequivocally yes. So what's the yes part? So was it a drone? What do you think? So you can't just have random contradict yourself. And also wings don't disappear. So you have to explain. You can't just disagree that the wings are disappearing. So unless you can prove that the wings aren't disappearing, that's the way. You can't just disagree without explaining. Let's go here. All right. Anyways, so we have this stuff right here. Anyways, gonna keep continuing further, and yeah, similar to the Hutchinson stuff. So the other one you comment saying that you think Hutchinson is a scam still. Hutchinson effect is real. Okay, this is if you want to be a moderator, you gotta publicly say it's real. And 9/11 did not involve Boeing planes hitting buildings, or conventional ones. Hey, that was my comment. I was playing devil's advocate. The noise reduction is a tell that videos are not real. What do you mean videos not real? The videos are real. Which? Oh no! Oh, John Sparrow. Oh, are you talking about the video there? That object there. Well, the thing is, or if you want to argue, aircraft hit the hijackers did not fly them into building. I guess you believe it's not a thing. Yeah, well, it's something. I still think something struck it, but it was not a Boeing. It's not a conventional plane. So it's like, what's your take on the wings? So what did the hijackers do then? So there was hijackers, but what did they do? Because you said they were hijackers, and then what are they doing? You said it before, yeah. Anyways, so this is John Sparrow's one right here. Okay. Well, whether it's smoke or not, well, first you gotta, the point right here, Ashton Forbes and them, they don't argue, like, that it should be moving around. The trails are coming from the bottom, exhaust ports near landing gear. The environment, air temperatures, and altitude would prevent contrails from forming if using the ping data. There is some truth behind the compression and effects and reproduction of, I think the noise reproduction is a greater tell. Again, I'm not even, the contrails, whatever you call them, smoke contrails, they should be, basically, the Ashton Forbes and them weren't arguing that it should be moving or not. They're saying that it should be stationary. But they're saying that it was an artifact of the compression. No, they're saying it was an artifact of the stabilization software. Yeah, so the comment right here, I'm looking at it, but if you go to the links right here, manually stabilizing it right here, so you're making an argument that nobody else is making. So I don't know what your stuff is. So right here, Ashton Forbes is saying that the reason that they're not connected is that there's a stabilization software. It's not talking about the compression. It's not compression. You're talking about compression. Nobody's arguing compression. What they're saying is, when you stabilize it, you could use software to stabilize the plane. This is separate from the actual video. So you have the video, and Ashton Forbes is talking nonsense. SBS has recreated video, fake debunk, and SBS also has it's pretty much retracted. He hasn't said it exactly. Because you could just take manual frame by frame and just move it around like I did in my video, which I just uploaded today. And so here, this guy here is that SBS that Ashton Forbes referenced. So Ashton Forbes referenced this guy, saying the stabilization software can make the contrails shake as if they're part of the background. But also for those who haven't seen it, here's what we're talking about. It's from Mick West, the mainstream debunker. Was the flight manifest faked with fake people who died? Well, these are separate questions. It's like, what happened to them? Or did they get switched or whatnot? Did they get killed other ways? But from what we have is, yeah, so anyways, from what we have, there's no actual Boeing striking a building. Okay, his claim makes no sense. Okay, gotcha, no claim. Yeah, so John Spurrier got it. Yeah, so he's not talking about the artifact of the software. So this is from Mick West, the mainstream debunker. Again, he's a mainstream. He covers up 9/11. So right here, when a camera shakes, top left, right here. Yeah, so here, if a camera shakes, the whatever's trailing and the plane should be in sync. So you see how it's shaking, but it's in sync. This one here has the stuff that's trailing vibrating with it. So it's it's vibrating relative to it, and then this guy right here, this other guy, he thought it was just he's demonstrated. Yeah, he says no, it stabilized the image in a similar manner the software did. You can he was saying that the software just they thought the background was the contrails or whatever smoke, whatever you think it is. You don't think the plane disappeared? No, I'm saying this plane did not. Sorry, that does not foster a community of truth seekers. Yeah, this Ashton Forbes is definitely a disinfo agent. He's definitely 1000%. All right, let's see right here. I'll have to try that. It's just simple screenshots. Oh yeah. So, anyways, this other guy says, no, I actually did. He did screenshots instead of using any software. So, because this guy right here, Ashton Forbes says, yes, recreated the fake debunk produced and promoted by Mick West using stabilization software. That's why you can't use software editing to falsify fake debunks. Mick West should issue a correction apology for promoting an objectively fake debunk. So one thought I had was, I think Mick West maybe he may have hired Ashton Forbes to push all this nonsense so that it boosts his debunking industry, debunking work. So anyways, so this guy did the screenshots right here and just moved it around. noise production is 1-1 paste from plane. Yeah, that one is as well. You copy and paste. People message me and everything. Okay, I'm just gonna mute this thingy, and we are gonna continue. And then anyways, so the same guy, he pretty much had to. I replied to him saying just simple screenshots. He says it's just simple screenshots being removed. I'll try that myself. And then this other guy tried it as well. It's just same screenshots. And then he did the other software that shows that it's lining up and not lining up at different times. But anyways, here's the video I uploaded. I'll just show you what I did. Go to this part right here. So I go here, and what I'll do now. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is so here I have opened the GIMP Photoshop file, and also what I've done is if I go over here. So there's I put a folder right here called screenshots. All the ones we just took right now. I'm gonna throw this in there, so it's going to throw this here. It's going to populate all of that, and all those screenshots, they are going to be visible right here. I just updated here. So video screenshots, there's the link to it. And then if you go over here, so there is the screenshots right here, and so on. So those are all the screenshots. Yeah, so again, I took the screenshots, 10 frames, put them in together, and yeah, so we have all that. Yeah, and we did this all live, so you can see them all live and verify yourself. So next thing I'm gonna do is, so here's all, so there's the GIMP file, and I can literally manually move it around. I'm gonna hide all these. Maybe yeah, just leave it like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is, so we have this. So to do this, what I'll do is I'll click here and then make the opacity less so that we could line up with the two. So I'm gonna start moving this around, and then I just move it around. I make opacity less on the top frame, move it around. So this is the top one. I'm gonna move it so it lines up. We're gonna basically do this for all of them. Yeah. So basically, no software, no special stabilization software, just manually moving the frames. And then once you have that, the final product is, and I made a video and a GIF of it, of the GIF. So here's the GIF, GIF video file. Let's say GIF. Oh no, it's GIMP file. This one here, GIF of a line screenshot, and an MP4 version of it as well. So in case you want to use MP4, So here's the GIF. So you can see things move it up and down. So you can see the thing is not in line with it, like the Mick West one. So look, the Mick West one. Here's how the actual contrail is supposed to be. See how this is moving up with the plane. This one here, this is moving up relative to that. It's not in sync with this. And here's a video of it as well. So here's a video, so you can download 10 seconds and loop it. So control's out of sync with plane. So you can see that it's moving up and down. Is this video of teleportation? This is no. This is evidence that the teleportation video is fake. It's Ashton Forbes, and if you see my other live stream, I have a bunch of videos on Ashton Forbes going wild. Ashton Forbes right here. So all those people dead out. Which bit? Well, no, I'm saying whatever happened to them, something happened to them. I don't know. So again, these are details that you guys can, if you can find out. So here's the playlist right here of all the Ashton Forbes stuff, and we'll get to Ashton Forbes. Actually, we'll detour right now. Ashton Forbes has been almost 2 hours now, and we haven't got a whole bunch of stuff here. So Ashton Forbes. Do you think the video is deliberately fake? Easter eggs for debunkers, part of Ashton's missions, smeared by association? I think, yeah, so if you've seen my live stream before on it, I think it was long planned. It's all timing up, and Ashton Forbes is one of the disinfo agents, part of that operation. And if you listen to the stuff, he mixes a lot of like, pretty much a lot of groundbreaking science stuff that he discusses, nobody else talks. But then he mixes it in with this nonsense. And then, so 9/11 Revisionist actually sends him a whole bunch of stuff. With like Thomas Bearden videos, he shows them 9/11 videos, and so on. Ashton Forbes actually shares a lot of his 9/11 version of stuff, but not the 9/11 stuff. So he just avoids that, and then he mixes it in with the other stuff. We'll get to that soon as well. So Ashton says too busy. So this was Ashton Forbes too busy. Okay, so right here. So this video, I'm pretty sure that 9/11 Revisionist sent this to Ashton Forbes and he shared it. And then he says, welcome to Ashton. My mission is to prove that the United States knows what happened to MH370 and abducted the plane with advanced technology. I've been researching scalar physics and so on. And then he sent a link to it, saying, but he's too busy. I gotta find that one. I gotta find that too busy one. Yeah, I'll just try to find it right here. Busy. Okay. So we're opening up right here. This is, so Ashton Forbes The technology is absolutely real. This is now the version is talking about 9/11. The technology is absolutely real. I'm not convinced it was used on the towers, and even if it was, I got enough going on. It's weird to try to force me to pushing it. All right, so he's too busy to look at 9/11. Thomas Beard is based. Passengers in the case of the fewer borderline public figures probably just went away. The others might have been on an unofficial manifest. Yeah, that's the thing. We're dealing with people that can turn the towers into dust and somehow keep that covered up for decades. That's the kind of people we're dealing with. It's absolutely mind-boggling. All right, see how many people we have and see what else we got. Should we keep going on the Iran stuff or flip over to Ashton Forbes and 9/11 disinfo agent attacking me, which is pretty ridiculous. But I do want to show. Okay, MES X thread. Okay, we're gonna play one video and then we're going back to it. So let's go to the X thread. Or actually, no, let's go right here. So there's that X thread, but we're gonna go right here and go to Mad TV Iran. All right. Go through Face and Reality with them on Livestream. Yeah, possibly, but again, it's I think it's pretty straightforward. I don't know what there's to debate. Oh, that's live now. You know it. Epic stuff. Okay, so this is the Iraq and the Iran. We're gonna play this video, and then we're gonna go full on Ashton Forbes. Well, some of the Ashton Forbes stuff, and then go on to the 9/11 disinfo agent attacking me. All right, going right here. Okay, let's see. Oh, I muted it.
Shareholders and investors.
This is like in the I think it's like 20 years ago or something, more than that, or like no, 15 years ago or something. Okay, make it bigger. I'll just go click this here. Upcoming Iran. One of the best comedic skits, Matt TV. So that's the Iran. So that's the I got the photo from the thumbnail. And also I should do an entrance like this. I like his entrance. I just show up like this one time. The next live stream maybe. That's gonna be my entrance, guys. Wait, I'm gonna go. My entrance next time might be like this. Let's go. All right, so that's live says. What year was this from? I'll have a look. Mad TV, Iran skit. The wiki. Let's do wiki maybe. Yeah, Mad TV was hilarious. I think one of the guys is anti-vaxxer, the Will Sasso, and he actually lives in Ladner, like near me. So that's pretty cool. So Mad TV, Iraq, 2007. I think it's April 8th, 2007. I think that was a video. This one is the video there. Okay, this was uploaded April 8th, 2007, but season 12, episode 16. Let's go to Mad TV. Yeah, so around there in the Mad TV episodes. Yeah, it's 2007. March 10th, 2007. That's what it looks like. Alright, that's epic stuff. Let's keep going. Let's keep MES links open. Yeah, so definitely watch that. Okay. Oh yeah. So Matheminer says Apple's locals from the Adam and Eve story. The poison apple bite. Well, technically, yes, and a bit of it's even more in your face. Let's see. When did I post right here? It's been a while since I got. I think it was one of my. I'm trying to think where I put the video in. I think it's probably. So yeah. So here's another part. So MES occult. So this is where I came across MES duality. Anytime I came across the new info like 9/11, gyroscopes, whatever, I also at the same time come across new occult info. So if I go to 9/11 part 6, one of my giant ones on this one's an epic one. Let's go to part 6. Part 6 right here. So control opposition, mini nukes, building 7, A911 truth, a hoax right here. So if you go to the Hive notes, and then if you go to Apple, so if you go to Apple logo, so first the Apple Play Store is a Freemasonic square and compass. So square and compass right there. You get the G. The setup is pretty much the same thing. And now here's the Apple logo. The original one wasn't the actual byte in Apple. The original logo was actually Isaac Newton under the tree. And then the apple hits his head when he came across gravity. All right? So this is getting a bit next level, okay? And Isaac Newton, he supposedly came across that in the year 1666. So Isaac Newton wiki. So he got the knowledge of good. No, so basically the following. So his birthday, first of all, his birthday is Christmas. So December 25th, 1642, and then apple. So the apple incident. So there's, apparently an apple fell on his head. And the year 1666 is when he came across like conversation. This is memoirs 1776, and then. So in the year, this was year 66, while he was, pensively meandering in a garden, he thought about the gravity. So in the year 1666, he retired again from Cambridge to his mother in Lincolnshire while he was pensively meandering in a garden. It came into his thought that the power of gravity, so he came across gravity in the year 1666 when an apple hit his head, which brought an apple from a tree to the ground, was not limited to a certain distance from Earth, but this power must extend further than usual. Than was usual thought. Well, why not as high as the moon? He said to himself, and if so, that must influence her motions and perhaps retain her in her orbit. Whereupon he fell a calculating what would be the effect of that supposition. Anyways, there's the apple striking his head on the year 1666, and the year 1666 is called like the Great Year, or whatever. Let's say year. Let's always go. The Great Year. So these guys are. So that thing, well, it's allegory made up. Well, the thing is, it's scripted. I think even Newton was also he's heavily in a cult. A lot of his stuff was deeply rooted in trying to predict when the end times is coming across and so on. So 1666, the Great Year. The Great Fire of London, 1666. Interesting. So London's on fire right when Isaac Newton is discovering gravity and apples hitting his head. I could have sworn they had the Great Year. No, the Great Year. This is called the Great Year. I'm pretty sure. 1666. Okay, yeah. This is the first year to be designated as an annus mirabilis. Yeah, so this is the first year, 1666. It's designated an annus mirabilis. This means a marvelous year, wonderful year, miraculous year of wonder, or amazing year. This year has been used to refer to several years during which events of major importance are remembered, notably Isaac Newton's discoveries in 1666 and Albert Einstein's papers published in 1905. All right, so 1666 is like a Freemasonic, again, they're big in numerology and mumbo jumbo. And also Isaac Newton, big in the occult. Occult, you just Google occult. Even the mainstream just talks about it. Isaac Newton's occult studies. He was English physicist and mathematician Isaac Newton produced works exploring chronology and biblical interpretation, especially of the apocalypse and alchemy. Some of this could be considered occult, and Newton's scientific work may have been of lesser personal importance to him. So he actually spent more time on the occult stuff, yet all we're given is the gravity mumbo jumbo. Anyways, it was presumably a cult allegory. So it's definitely it's like a tell. It's a script we're following, and whether it's intentional or not, I think there's some of it. So lots of things happened that year. Yeah, so that's the first year they say it's a great year. All right, so we have the Ashton Forbes going cuckoo, and next I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so now we've gotten through all this to see the time and then see what we can come across, because my knees are I'm still standing. All right, so 42. We peaked past 45 earlier. 46. Okay, let's go. I was cruising in 6th grade in 1666. All right. I've used Newton's laws to solve problems, but the apple thing just doesn't make sense. Yeah, and then afterwards, Apple changed it. And then Apple afterwards changed it into a apple bite. So once they got rid of that one, and then they got the bite, now you're taking an actual bite in the forbidden fruit. So remember in the biblical story, Adam and Eve get the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This guy gets a tree of the knowledge of gravity from the apple. So it's again represents getting knowledge from Lucifer or the Freemasonic hierarchy system. Anyways, and also the letter G, the Google is like more blatant, but it's literally a G for the Freemason. For the G, where's the G? It's literally G for Freemason. Mumbo jumbo. And if you go further, they also have 666 in their Chrome logo. So there's 666. All right, there's 666, a spiral like that. This guy is saying Freemasons run the country. You got the www. It's the VAV. The W is the this logo VAV. It's VV. It's gonna be this 666, and also www is gonna be 666 of the World Wide Web. And also another thing is Monster Energy drink. This also looks like the nail on the Jesus cross. So you have 3 nails with the vav, so you got 666 on the cross there. And if you also do the gematria, the one I like is the Sumerian one. You got computer 666, internet 666, Pizzagate 666, Mark of Beast, Donald J. Trump 888. Those are interesting. Emmanuel Macron 888. Jesus 444, Lucifer 444, nuclear 444, energy. Anyways, it can go a bit too lost in that. There's the symbology there. And also the Pope upside down. So that Pope, the same one that had the audience hall, if you flip his signature upside down, you get the Paulus PP VI, which is again a 6. So you got 666 upside down. That's interesting. And also the Pope POPE is 666. If you remove, let's go here. Let's go more. So POPE. So the P is upside down 6. Oh, just remove it. P is upside down 6. E is rotated 6 as well. Just they're all just 666. Even egg is 666. So egg is, you can view it as a 666. Anyways, you can go a bit too wild with that. Okay, so we're doing a bunch of that stuff. And going back here. Turning's death was allegedly biting a poison apple. See Oppenheimer. Interesting. Okay, so Maggie is emojis. Let's go here. Coo, the P sound. Coop. All right. There's some more stuff here. There's symbology stuff. October 16th. What else did I have? Going further here. Yeah, so they also have here. So this one I think I had here. Okay. So this guy, so John Paul II. I think he had so their coin to commemorate him. This is called the this is the coin that they had. So note the 3. This was in the Pope John Paul II's coin. This one right here, the 500 lire. If you look at it closely, you'll have 3 6-pointed stars, so 666. And on the backside, you got a guy getting beat down or something. That's interesting. And then also the Trilateral Commission. This is the NWO mumbo jumbo things. Rockefeller, David Rockefeller created. It's literally the recycling logo, and it's also 666. All right, and you got the recycling logo 666. You got the recycling logo 666. Okay, so now we're going a bit nuts right here. All right, and then this is the SGT report pushing disinfo and nonsense about the nuclear nonsense and so on. And they actually shared my Pope audience hall video. So that's pretty interesting. All right, let's continue now. We're going to go into some Ashton Forbes. So I showed you the Ashton Forbes video fakery that the contrails out of sync. So the contrails are out of sync. There's just so this stuff right here, this is the one let's go all the way down. Exit this. Okay, this one here is the Iran photo. The Iran. I need those shoes. All right, so we'll get to this one as well in a bit. So this out of sync. They're literally out of sync. So it's supposed to be the camera shaking, right? And then when you stabilize it, if you stabilize it, everything should be moving to make it flat there. But instead, you have the actual frame there. Yeah, so this is moving relative to the this, and these are like split seconds. This is like literally 1 second in 10 frames. So even if it was smoke, whatever it is, it's not going to be flicking that around up and down perfectly like that. So that's again compositing error. And Ashton Forbes doesn't even argue that it's compression error. He argues that he's arguing that if you use the stabilization software, that it will consider the background as the blue and it will move it with it. But that's not what happens, because I do it manually. Just take a screenshot and do it, and you can just see that video. All right, going for the last name, Forbes just sounds like a plan. Yeah, obviously, Forbes. So if you've seen my live stream when I go through a whole bunch of coincidences about him, he created his account like pretty much the same, within a month or so of the plane disappearance, and his YouTube, and he didn't post anything until, or no archive posts until he went crazy on the MH370 and posted a whole bunch of tweets on nonstop on it. Anyways, going further. Okay, so Ashton Forbes says he's too busy and unconvinced by 9/11 due. Okay, so Ashton Forbes, this is actually sent me by Paul Lovelace. This is on fake Professor Simon's show. So let's go Simon. Okay, so Ashton Forbes is on this guy's show. This guy I pretty much called out this innovation way back, and I used to watch his stuff because he did some Eric Laithwaite stuff before he got this big, but I knew he was obviously something an issue with him. So his name is Prof. Simon. Initially, it was called Professor Simon. And so he has this guy here, UFO confirmation. Social media might be far better for UFO confirmation that believing governments will disclose the truth. Ashton Forbes and I discuss, is YouTube the place you will hear UFO truth? What kind of questions are these? Okay, so that's this guy. Ashton Forbes on this fake professor's stuff here. So he's actually a fake professor. He's not a real professor. So note that Simon is not a real professor, which he admitted before changing his about page. Interestingly, he also has a goat farm. So that guy, before he changed it, if you go to his about page, let's go to Ashton Forbes on this guy. Let's just do some research right now.
Using a
Forbes' peerage name. Interesting. Okay, so if you go to his account right here, and then if you click here, so go to his about page, there's no mention of prof. Let's go professor. So he's not. There's no mention he's not a professor. He changes about page. Because I think people probably laughing at him. So if you go here, I archived it. So if you go to archive his page right here. Paul Leveson represent Antichrist of Antichrist. All right, Paul Leveson in the show. All right, let's go right here. So this is the Simon one. If you go to, I archived it from 24. This is joined 2014. Okay, so this archive is from 2014. Anyways, hi there, viewers. I live with my wife Dorothy in a 17th French water mill. Worked in TV all my life and like to ask questions, solve mysteries, and make stuff, and ride motorcycles and e-bikes. Hope to enjoy this too. Oh no, yeah. So he joined then. Oh yeah, but this archive was in, when was his archive? This is 2010. He's that long yet an e-bike, or something's up. I don't know what this is up. No, this is June 10th, 2020. Oh no, this is from 2020. That makes sense. This is, he joined 2014, similar time to Ashton Forbes actually, and then 2020 is right here. Yeah, so June 10th, 2020 is when he last update that I took a screen grab from here. So anyways, see before it sees you. Interesting science, history, technology films that you won't see on TV. I'm not a PhD scientist, but I am a professor, having taught in higher education. What does that mean? So you're not a professor. I like asking questions because I don't know all the answers. My idea is to raise questions, debate, and start debate. If you're an expert, tell us what really happened. My background is in TV. I worked for Discovery, National Geographic, PBS, making science and history films. Anyway, so he works in TV. He's not a professor. His name is Professor Simon Holland, and he looks like a crazy, wacky Einstein-like professor, but he's not a professor. All right, and he has a goat farm. All right, and he also does this several times. Interesting. So anyway, so he's not a professor, and he also has a goat farm. So anyway, that's interesting. And again, all that is separate. These coincidences are you can consider them coincidences, but he wouldn't talk about 9/11. He also says that WTC construction was weird. No, he says he made a video saying that answering people's questions, but 9/11 he would kind of tiptoe, and it says. He's like, oh, the WT construction was really weird and weak. That's probably why it collapsed. That's his fake nonsense. So I used to watch him, and it says, sadly, 9/11 disinfo makes it harder to watch your channel. All 7, not just 2, towers return to dust, leaving very little rubble or seismic impact. You could even see them turn to dust on my channel. And again, he ignores that. Scott Mars worked in TV. Okay, Scott Mars. I can't. Every time I think of that, I just look at that video. I'm just going nuts on that arrest video. Which is that's the funniest thing I've seen. All right, so going back to coincidences, because we are on the MH370, I made a whole bunch of lists right here. So interesting timings regarding MH370 and Russia-Ukraine war as well. It's also connected too, which is interesting. Okay, so going back here, getting people messaging. Where are they messaging from? I'm just gonna mute this tab. I have no idea what's happening. All right. So anyways, keep going on. So. This is from, I posted this right here, and this is a screenshot I have here. So, the guy's first tweet that Regicide Anon that posted those videos on Twitter, though, it was on May 22nd, 2014. So he created Twitter strictly to post those links to those videos, saying, look, please spread this video before it is pulled, MH370. And so right away he says MH370, alt angle of the airliner abduction. So he created his Twitter account literally just to post that. So here's a summary I made with links to everything. So let's summarize some interesting timings related to the MH370 alleged teleportation videos and the Russian-Ukraine war. All right, so December 16th, 2011, Ashton Forbes creates his YouTube channel. So you go to December, so he created it in December 16, 2011. So if you go to his channel, how do I just fly to it? Okay, so if I go to his channel, Okay, so I'm gonna go to we're doing live streams on Ashton Forbes, trying to break down his nonsense. All right, so we go to oldest. His oldest post is his MH370X. All right. So going back here, so he had an account since 2011. His first post is MH370, and it's a letter to Congress. I suppose you could just delete your own Reddit to push the. Remember watching the interview? Oh, I think the YouTube channel, the confessionals, and then the next day Reddit was deleted. All right, Maggie. I suppose you could just delete your own Reddit. Okay. So, anyways, so he created it just to do that. Going further, Ashton Forbes creates his Twitter account on January 29th, 2014. Okay. So January 29th, 2014. You can see the January 29th, 2014. And if you look at his post, the earliest post he did was again similar to the YouTube setup where he just talking about MH370 and a letter to Congress. How is he a letter to Congress? How is he a photo of himself smirking? He's like, I can't believe people believe my nonsense. All right. I think it's the best piece of evidence. I do a whole like hours debunking this guy, but this photo alone is. All right, guys, you gonna believe his smirk? Okay, so if you believe his smirk, I'm just done, guys. Okay, someone send me stuff. Eating uranium. Okay, so now that Gallon Winsner eating uranium. Oh, yeah, the uranium one is an interesting one. Yeah, so that's the one I actually share people. The one eating the uranium. I think yeah, he's the one who's showing that it's not dangerous. So yeah, no, definitely, that was the thing I was saying about uranium. Nuclear radiation may not be as dangerous as mainstream pushes. Anyways, so Ashton Forbes credits, and then literally weeks later, it's January 29th. Yeah, so just under a month later, Ukraine-Russia war starts. So you can go to Ukraine-Russia war starts right here, and so on. Early 2014, I think. This is February date 27, 2014. That's the present. That's when it starts. When did I put here? Did they update that? Oh, I put 20th. Probably should have archived it. They put 20th, but anyways, 20th, 27th, similar. And then March 8th, MH370 disappears. March 10th, this dual gamma post UFO vortex MH370 video. So you're going right here. This guy right here on March 10th, 2014, dual gamma UFOs with vortex as Malaysian Airlines flight vanishes. Okay, this guy's posting a vortex one. It's different from, it's possibly different from this one. And then March 15th, Regicide Anon creates his YouTube channel, but the other one is never shown. This one, just a title we're given. So Regicide Anon creates his YouTube channel. Regicide Anon posts satellite video. Regicide Anon creates his Twitter account. So he did this all in the span of like 1 week. And then Regicide Anon tweets a link to his MH370 video, includes a hashtag MH370, and tags big UFO accounts. Okay, most elements and trace elements from health benefits. The rare earth and trace are given. Why have they left the dates in place? Breadcrumbs. Whoops, you're right. It is a man. Okay, who's saying it's a man? Because people, the comments going a bit, it's out of sync with what I'm thinking. Anyways, it's a June 12th Regicide Anon post thermal video. And then MH17, this is another cool thing or an interesting thing is MH17 is shot down by Russian-backed forces in Ukraine. So MH17, another Malaysian Airlines, is shot down all within the same time frame as these fake videos being pushed out. And then Spanish Vimo user area Alienware combines both satellite and thermal videos on August 25th. And then great post on UFO and UAP orbs on this now, I think they're like... the Saturn Stormcube channel on Reddit forum is also gone. So this one posting a bunch of orbs here. And there's a video of these orbs. There's orbs right here. And this is pretty ridiculous footage right here. This is from a movie. So you got orbs predictive programming.
Pilots get into formation.
So you got these orbs around it too. And yeah, so it's just, again, lending towards some sort of psyop going on. But again, the orbs are, orbs as a phenomenon are obviously real, or like at least obvious. But then those videos are fake, and then you have Ashton Forbes going on. And then, anyways, great post in UFO UAPs in 2021, and then February 24th, 2022, Russia invades Ukraine. And now again, going back to this post right here, the Reddit one. All right, this Reddit one is also going by orbs and so on. He goes through a whole bunch of orbs sightings from years ago. Ball lightning, other kind of orbs, crop circles, all from the 1600s, and goes through infinite testimonies from like centuries ago. All right, so that was the interesting part. And then We got the Russia invades Ukraine February 24, 2022. Oh, again, similar timing. It's like they all follow it's like that time of the season. So Russia February 20th, 2014. It's like, all right, February again, guys. It's time for another war. And then March 11th, great post on MH370 occult connections by that same guy. It's called Menorah Man. This guy posts a whole bunch of occult info, or at least he used to. And I think this channel got like, there used to be a lot of people and they can't post it anymore or something like that. Anyways, so that same guy posts missing flight 370. And he posted a whole bunch of very interesting stuff with CERN and so on, and this teleporting and so on. This is all before the teleportation videos go viral. And also the craziest part is Ethan Hunt, okay, is part of is the name of the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, and there's a movie about him that he's Mission Impossible hero that he's also looking for like a missing plane or something. And then Ethan Hunt's also a guy that was going to give a reward for the MH370 if anyone has information about it. So Ethan Hunt was also looking for a flight. Yes, in the movie Mission Impossible, where's flight 606? And his name is Ethan Hunt. And Ethan Hunt was also this guy right here looking for MH370. He was on the news. Ethan Hunt, MH370. Let's go. Ethan MH370. It was just a bit ridiculous. Yeah, so the relatives... Nobody cares anymore. The relatives who went looking for a Malaysian Airlines flight MH370. And let's go to Ethan Hunt. And then an Australian businessman, a part-time private investigator named Ethan Hunt was flying from Dubai. So it's like they're turning a movie into real life. And so on. He's looking for it. Ethan Hunt. This guy right here. Ethan Hunt photographed in Hong Kong's business district. Hunt helped crowdfund $100,000 for the relatives for a private investigator. This guy is named after... Is the same name as Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible, which has a movie looking for flight 170 or something, flight 606. Like, I don't know what's going on here. All right, definitely see this, guys. Definitely see this, like absolutely ridiculous. All right, and other Trident stuff. The Trident stuff here is similar to the 911. Yeah, this is another Trident one, and also similar to the MH370 logo, the Malaysian Airlines, and also similar to Ukraine. The Trident. And as this guy goes on, and there's a bunch of Trident symbology and so on. And this part right here, this is a memorial or something right here. I think it's a memorial. Upside down it's a 666. Yeah, this is a memorial for MH370. You know, MH for flight 1717 is the other one. That was shot down by Russia. And now if you flip it upside down, you got the Freemason square and compass with the all-seeing eye. So anyways, or something like that. Anyways, pretty epic stuff there. Okay, going back. And then, all this, August 13th, Ashton Forbes' first post on X. In a span of 3 months, he posted 13.4 thousand times on X. In a span of 3 months, after never posting it, ever. Okay, that's like a giveaway. And then October 25th, a day before Hillary Clinton's birthday, October 26th, Ashton Forbes' first ever video on YouTube. All right. And then, so I'm unable to view it, so I gotta switch accounts to Grade Calculator. Because he still blocked me. He unblocked me, and then he reblocked me for no reason. Okay, certainly saw, it just pops out of nowhere. And with, like, professional, like, tweets with bolding and so on. And he has links to all these nonsense. All right, and so that is called an operation. So we've done that part. Okay, so this is the Telegram. I'm gonna close. See what we have. See what time we have, and I don't want to do it too long, but we are powering through a bunch of stuff. Okay, forgive me, but who is Beard? Thomas Bearden. No, I think that's what he meant. Beard was also referencing the Orbis phenomenon. Yeah, Thomas Bearden. Okay, see the comments. See the people. Oh, we're slowly creeping up, guys. Let's pump it up to 100 million followers. And yeah, and donate, guys. Send some cash monies. All right. And let's go to setup here. Okay, so the next setup, so Professor Simon. It's like, why are they all the shadiest people? So yeah, I archived here. Yeah, this is archived when he's 65,000. So he's pretty big now with his constant content. All right, and that's kind of why I want to do live streams as well. It's like also try to keep up with these disinfo agents. They're just constantly pushing stuff and distracting people from 9/11. Get to the attacks. It's funny. Which attacks is he talking about? Which attacks? Oh, the attacks. Okay, we're going to the attacks. Yeah, well, it was actually just in time. All right, we're going to the attacks, guys. We are going to... Well, this is one of the most mind-boggling stuff, guys. So we got Ashton Forbes. again, if you want more Ashton Forbes material, he is a normal right here. I mean, he is a so yeah, I have 36 posts right here. You can have a laugh at him. Even Jerome Morpher had him on, and then he deleted his podcast. and then he was pivoting to aliens in Miami, and so on. We're gonna go to disinfo attacks, guys. Just another day, and there's Ashton Kutcher as well. So Ashton Kutcher's in there. Okay, so Maggie. All right, let's go, Maggie. Maggie's throwing some money at me. Okay, so you send me money, I'll listen to what you're saying. And anyways, how to pretend to be indoctrinated enough to fit in mainstream society. Let's go. Thanks, Maggie. And we are back in the attacks. Okay, let's see what I posted on the attacks. Okay, MES, it's actually just in time. MES got its first troll bot hit piece video. Absolute, well, I haven't seen the whole video of the thing. It's absolutely the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Okay, hit piece. First of all, to get to some other background. So MES got its first official hit piece video done by a disinfo agent that got triggered when I said the WTC had very little heat, very little noise, and quote, planes were not CGI. All right? And again, this is also further evidence that the planes were literally holographic stuff, because the CGI disinfo agents, this guy is a CGI disinfo agent, made this video. Look at me, he actually got photoshopped my face in this. And this guy's one subscriber. A person with one subscriber goes to this level of effort just because I called him, called him out on his nonsense. And it all stemmed from a gyroscope video. He commented on my gyroscope stuff. And then I noticed on his website, he's talking about 9/11 CGI, and I told him, oh, no, it's actually not CGI. And then he went crazy, and he deleted his thing. I wanted to go over them, but he deleted the comment, like the whole comment thread. So, which is crazy. Okay, so first of all, and to give you more context on this, so my cousin, Eyes, is watching. He also has 1 million bots. And I shared this too. So he has 1 million bots, and they always call him like a Zionist, whatnot. And they draw him like this, and they draw him with this stuff. It's really, really, really weird. And they call him Jewish or whatnot. He's not Jewish, but it's absolutely weird. So you have a lot of oh, Maggie, I'm with Maggie. Oh, let's go, Pam. Pam's throwing some cash. Here, guys. Send some more cash. Okay, then when I could sort out by fan funding as well. So there's the fan funding. Thanks all the peeps, Ride Liger, Maggie, and Pam. And also go to live. And if we're getting 1 million comments, we'll be using the funding one only for future. So okay, anyways, so going back to the hit piece. We're gonna play this right here, and I'll go to on here. I'll go to his YouTube channel, and I had a downvote right here, and then this guy right here. I was actually laughing right here. So I think, and he puts links here. I think he has it like hidden or whatever, because 9/11 Visions also commented. Oh, I gotta show it here. 9/11 Baja, what a joke you are. Thermite 9/11 ultimate debunk. All right, you have to press. Sometimes you have to press show live. So sometimes top comments, ignore it. It said 3 comments. It's actually 4 comments. YouTube is just broken. So anyways, we're gonna play this video, guys. Brace yourself. I haven't seen it, so I will be shocked as well. This guy with no, so 1 subscriber, and like literally no videos. Like 7 videos right here. When did he create his account though? 2023. September 1st, and he has a bunch of science stuff that he talks on his website. We'll go to his website, and it's complete and utter nonsense. All right, going right here, playing this video, guys. Brace yourself. So he's saying a pathetic liar. There's no heat. I never said that. I said there's very little heat. So again, he just can't give him high view cut. No, don't give him a high view cut. No, I don't mind this one. I reported him. YouTube's still looking at it. So I want this removed. I don't want my name being trashed for this garbage guy. But anyways, we'll play it on his channel. We'll get it deleted. It will likely be deleted anyways. I shared it on the Reddit as well, just to show this guy's nutcase. All right, let's keep going right here. And so this guy, he photoshopped here. He's using AI or something. He says, pathetic evil liar, troll, and disinfo agent claims that there were no explosions. And no, I said there's no explosives. All right, or very little, or of any significant amount. AKA detonations on 9/11. Again, it's complete nonsense, lies. On 9/11, despite many witnesses clearly describing demolition, explosive sequence, fast, boom, boom, boom. There was no heat in the 9/11 rubble, despite footage literally showing molten metal flowing out of the building. Firemen who saw rivers of molten steel flowing like lava while they're walking on it. And thermal data showing high temperatures on the ground zero, even months after 9/11, even months while there's water there. Okay, so he's got this guy. Let's see what he has right here. Gotta play it faster. Okay, what's the next one? Can I have a double speed? Okay, and he has, and he's added sound to this. This is a fake video. This is a fake sound, audio sound. Alright, so he's added fake sound. And there's also a little tiny, and I even said this is a tiny bit of molten whatever. It could be aluminum, but even molten doesn't necessarily mean heat. It could be it's just melting stuff. And even then, even if it was heat, it's a tiny bit. We're talking about like 100-ton, 500-ton buildings, 2 of them, and you're showing a little photo of little tiny thingy there.
You'd get down below and you'd see molten steel, running down the channel rails, like you're in a foundry.
Yeah. Like lava.
Like lava.
All right, so they're saying they're inside a volcano, and they're still alive to talk about it. What are you guys talking about? No. So, anyways, but they are describing stuff. They're describing the cold fusion taking place with the metals actually melting in a cold setting.
Well, the manual gets into thermite, and if it says if you have melted steel or concrete, which we had on 9/11, we should test for it.
This fused element of steel, molten steel and concrete and all of these things all fused by the heat into one single element.
All right, so you got things fusing, but he's saying high heat, but there's like paper there, there's carpets there, there's wires there, and why is it fused with concrete like this? Like a giant bulb. Would be interesting if molten effect or deliberate disinfo effect for disinfo. Yeah, no, definitely the molten stuff. Even a lot of the cars popping. I think they could have also may have done that as well, just to make it look like, oh look, it's super hot there. Aluminum melts at 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so another sound. Thermal images presented below show hotspot. So again, he's saying the entire stuff is hot. Okay, he's saying these are thermal spots giving like thousands of degrees.
Explosions.
Richard Gage when he had more hair. Oh man, Richard Gage, like professional disinfo agent. Reality accident show. Hi reality. Great to have you. Ask Aurelio Palmer about the heat from the fire on the 70th floor just 2 minutes before the disintegration. Yeah, he says there's like pockets of fire, like a few pockets of fire, isolated pockets of fire that we could take out with a hose or not, just like water it down with a hose. In other words, it's not like molten, the molten floor or whatnot. Let's go here.
Flashes of light at the onset of destruction. Explosions and flashes of light at the onset of destruction of both towers. These were not discussed in the NIST report. What did these eyewitnesses actually see and hear?
As we were getting our gear on and making our way to the stairway, there was a heavy-duty explosion
inside the lobby.
We stuck on the stairs for a while. We finally got down to the lobby. Then we get to the lobby, it was this big explosion.
There were numerous secondary explosions taking place in that building. There were continuous explosions.
Floor by floor, instead of popping out.
It was if they had detonated. They were planned to take down a building. Boom, 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 boom. And it just started going pop. It just started going boom, 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 boom.
I think that was the fake reporter guy. So some of them could be planted, but obviously this guy I think is one of the planted ones. But yeah, so people are hearing things explode, yeah, because you have a giant building turning to dust and like disintegrating in your in between, like in front of your eyes, and stuff's falling and compressing and whatnot. It's because even if you have floors, even if you have an actual floor go down like this, all the air goes out. That's a giant explosion. Yeah, so that's you're gonna hear some sounds, but it's much less than what you actually even from that should be hearing.
And he goes, how fast? I go like firecrackers.
They're reporting exactly what I would expect. You're hearing boom, boom.
If a guy's a mustache like that and is talking, all right, you know he's a very he's likely some sort of disinfo agent. This is like a good tell, okay? If he's got a mustache like that.
Boom, boom, boom. Waves of explosions going off. Not one massive big boom.
There's so many videos of witnesses from that day that report explosions. There's radio transmissions from the FDNY. We have the transcripts that were recorded, back in 2001 of all these firefighters and first responders reporting explosions.
Get away.
All right, okay. So he's saying all these guys are reporting explosions or whatnot. The main thing they all ignore is let's go to the noise. Let's go right here. So 9/11 witness testimony. Deputy Chief Medical Officer David Present says it was a universal concept that there was not a lot of noise with this collapse. This is from that same document. So World Trade Center Task Force interviewed Deputy Chief Medical Officer David Present, interview November 14th, literally just a month after, by this is transcribed by Nancy Francis. He must be stashing something. Yeah, there it is. And that just got it. Yeah, he's the one that said failed mostly due to structural failure. Yeah, that guy was a Fox News like cameraman as well. Was every boom not a bomb? Everything goes boom is a bomb. Yeah. I just want to power through this. Okay, so let's see here. D%. Okay, this one here. But within seconds they were running, and I started to run. To this day, no matter how I stretch my mind, and no matter how many firefighters I talk to, what I think most about is a universal concept that there was not a lot of noise with this collapse. A little bit of noise. I don't know why that is. Maybe because it imploded inwards. Maybe because the noise was dampened by other buildings around it. It was not a lot of noise. It was enough noise for all of these people to start running, but not enough noise for me to be all that concerned. I have to say, I ran because they ran. So there it is. I ran. I ran is next, guys. Anyways, so if he was wearing the I ran shoes, yeah. So this guy's saying, no matter who he talks to, he was baffled that it was very quiet. So again, while this guy's promoting disinfo and people's hearing an explosion or two of, again, we're talking about two ginormous buildings. Apparently, men in towers died in vain as their testimony was completely ignored by the propaganda. Yeah, for sure. Download refutation of Gage's game in 2008, 2023. Yeah, for sure. We're going to power through this.
Explosions. You know, get away. And I looked up and...
Okay, look how quiet this is. This is actual camera. It's recording sound. Look how quiet it is. There's no sound.
It was nothing I would ever imagine seeing in my life. You know?
All right, so there's no sound coming. Where's the sound of these giant? And this would have been the tallest building of all time, being demolished. And it's a steel skyscraper. The big one is their steel. Okay, it's the steel is not like normal just concrete reinforced concrete setup. These are actually steel skyscrapers that would not. Yeah, they would not just go and fall down on itself like that. They would. Because it's like it's not just like you break apart each of the beam there. You still have the giant column sticking around somewhere. So where's that gonna go? Stairwell, yeah, the stairwell beat. Wake up call.
And I looked up, and it was nothing I would ever imagine seeing in my life. You know, the thing started peeling in on itself, and I mean, there was an umbrella of crap 7 feet over my head that I just stared at. And somebody grabbed my shoulder and I started running, and the shit's hitting the ground behind me. And the whole time.
Yeah, and there's nothing shooting out as well. Remember that. It's literally just like going down on its up, and it has a whole bunch of office material walls that are still there, and also windows and so on. And actual demolition, they remove everything so they don't fly around everywhere.
Me hearing thum, 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 thum. So, I think I know an explosion when I hear it, you know?
Yet there was voluminous evidence of explosions.
Here's one of the guys who can tell you I'm okay, all right? Here, hold on. You want to call your mother or something?
You heard explosions, like boom.
We just heard one more explosion. That's about the fourth one we've heard.
A few blocks up West Broadway.
So they heard 4 explosions. Again, you can hear a lot of stuff. It's something falling is an explosion.
We're looking toward the...
It's something, just high compression stuff exploding. Even a car exploding.
World Trade Center in the distance. Ashley Banfield was conducting an interview for MSNBC.
You were just told by police that you should move out of your...
The mic was set to pick up speech a few inches away. From the involuntary startle response.
Okay, this is another misleading thing right here. So he's saying the microphone is set to only listen to speech this close. That's not how it works, okay? This is not how it works. It is designed. It tries to cancel out the background, but it can't. My microphone is also designed to only be close to mine, but I can literally hear an ambulance behind blocks away. I can hear a fire truck going by blocks away. Once anything like that, whenever there's like a police siren or anything, I need to mute I need to pause the video and mute and wait, because everything gets picked up. So this right here.
Involuntary startle response.
Oh my God.
We know explosions are being heard.
All right, so this video, he's saying that she heard something, even if there's nothing picked up. That's how faint it was. And where's the building?
Oh my God.
Involuntary inches away. From the involuntary startle response.
Oh my God.
We know explosions are being heard.
No, they're not.
However, listening closely, we discovered that the microphone did indeed pick up the sounds of explosions, but very faintly. Turn up the volume. Listen for a low rumble in the background.
You were just told by police that you should move out of your apartment, Fabiana. You've got Carolina here?
Yes. They advised us to leave because we have...
Oh my God.
This time, the sound has been filtered to emphasize low frequencies. Listen for booms like a bass drum in the distance.
In fact, you were just told by police that you should move out of your apartment, Fabiana. You've got Carolina here? They advised us to leave because...
When I made it to the 6th
floor... All right. So they literally showed nothing. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. They have, like, no volume. They have to, like, do some weird audio editing just to hear something. And there's nothing there. And this microphone would have heard it. Even if you... my microphone would have heard it. Again, microphones, trying to get them to cancel sound is super, 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 super hard. That's why you have to like places when they do the music in the recording studio, they have to have the entire walls with noise canceling everywhere. Why can't they just use the most the greatest microphone ever invented right here? If that person is telling the truth, which is clearly lying. Yeah, this building 747 stores. The rubble is also much less than it should be as well. It was like it was still should have been I think like a few stories or like 4 stories higher, and also there's no steel recovered, so we'll get to that in a bit.
When I made it to the 6th floor, and there was an explosion. The explosion was beneath me. All this time, I'm hearing all types of explosions.
All right, and this is fake audio. Okay, and he says, P.S. I love that Larry. No, I don't deny use of scalar weapons on 9/11. Again, it's one of those everything was used because he doesn't want to say Judy Wood is wrong because he can't deny. Like for example, I showed him the Bible fused, and he's like, yeah, that's evidence for scalar weapons. But what does that mean? But it's literally showing the metal and papers are melted together. So in other words, not high heat. But to deny explosions and heat despite all the evidence. Again, explosions, no. I said there's no explosives. Things explode, but they're not explosives. They're not loud enough. And heat, despite all the evidence, and again, I said there's very little heat. There was no heat. Despite all evidence to the contrary is pure evil. Ask yourself how come this clown who has 50,000 subscribers, all right, let's go, baby, on YouTube and is on every platform spreading and spreading this information, while true researchers like Simon Shack and Colin Alexander are banned from YouTube and their videos can only be found on less controlled platforms. Enough said, all right. Yeah, he photoshopped this guy. This guy is just, it's like using AI too, or something. This guy's weird. This guy has 1 subscriber. So a person with 1 subscriber has this level of video editing skills. This is unbelievably petty and immature. Yeah, it's complete and utter nonsense. And it gets worse. It gets absolutely worse. All right, before we get to more, I think now the Vision sent me some stuff here, but I don't have time to go all through the videos. Let's go here. Yeah, let's see right here. Witness nuclear scam. This one, yeah, this guy that eats the radiation. I have seen that. If we have time, we might show it because I'm trying to rush through. Oh, this is the guy. So that same guy is on X as well because he started tagging me on it. Once I blocked him on... No, I didn't block him on YouTube. He just deleted his comments. I didn't want to block him because I wanted to keep that comment there. If I block someone, I can't see their comments. I wanted to see all our discussion, but I can't see it because he deleted it. So he says, and this, now at 9/11 Revisionist, he's going at it with him. So easy boy, time to educate you again. You're still desperately trying to character assassinate Ace Baker, the guy who committed, he faked his suicide, faked his death on live radio. Not realizing even if he made those comments, it does not matter since in his main work that came out afterward in 2012, he gave big screen time to Judy Wood with much respect. No, he didn't. Okay. And then he also deletes comments. Why are you running away? Scared? So another one is just going at him. And so on. Okay, Ace Baker is a shill. There's other, go through the videos. See some other stuff here. The wake up call. Okay, we got a message right here. I don't know if I should play it because we'll be listening to the audio live. We'll just, we'll see. Should I play it? Up to you now. Should I play the audio? Should I play the audio or not? Because, okay, let's go back here. So this is this clown. So here's his website. If he has his time, space, ether, and stuff. So again, there's a lot of like these. And this one is this one's Eric Lathrop one. This one he was lifting with a pinky as well. This like a 10-pound kilogram there. It's actually pinky. He AI enhanced this one. That's why it looks a bit weird there. But anyways, go to his 9/11 stuff. I actually got him to correct some of his stuff here. because he posted some stuff and I showed him it's fake. Like this one here, he kind of flipped when he showed this one, and I showed the Richard Hall video that's showing that this is actually just different perspectives. He's saying these are the exact same perspectives, so it's CGI. I'm like, no, it's not like that. Anyways, and he has a whole bunch of thermal nonsense right there, and I actually got this link from him from this channel here. All right. And then, so he's posting the stuff. So their view of showing the obvious impossible physics, they would show they're gonna give the control opposition it's CGI, etc. Because it's obviously a plane is not going through this steel skyscraper and reinforced concrete and office material and windows and glass and just chairs, elevators. These interior columns. It is not going through 208 feet of this. If anyone thinks that, just don't bother going on my channel ever. This guy eats uranium. We might play it later. Okay, this is some of the comments right here. Okay, this said Simon Shack shows the official footage available, and again, Simon Shack is a liar. Because then I showed him this one right here. This right here. Okay, he put his link to his website there. But anyways, I wrote, by the way, Simon Shack, disinfo claim is in the wrong perspective, and then he kind of flips out. So, Simon Shack used the official TV footage available at official 9/11 archives. You share some Google SketchUp. What is that? He uses the same footage, but then showing it in a 3D model, and they all line up. This one right here, just got to be careful of YouTube, because they... I'll click this one here.
Welcome of the Empire.
Let's go fast forward. Okay, so he has he plots the flight path, the official radar one, and they all match exactly from whatever angle. So there's the one from far away matches, and this object there as well matches as well. They all match from any angle matches, and he goes around in order and shows them all matching.
Close up. Female immediately before.
And here.
The comment from the female immediately.
Also, this footage right here, someone actually says jet. The guy actually looking at it is also in sync. Which one was this? Let's go to if I go to web Telegram, I'm gonna go original. So and I've powered through a lot of these. Yeah, if you're wondering why I haven't posted about like the Giza pyramid, etc. Even the MH370, well, MH370 that was pretty trending, so I wanted to do a video on that. But because I'm going through these, it takes a while. Finding all the original 9/11 footage and then showing that there. But then I want to find the part where they had that woman yelling. But before that, someone says jet, so it's not CGI. Like the guy actually mentions the word jet. This is the other side. I have like 20 done already. Let's keep going. Okay, this is Jersey Real. Or did I... Or was that... or may not have done it on this one. Let's see what this one says. No, this is Parkman. Actually, we'll go to the Parkman. And this one here... you notice the orbs right here. This one, we're going to unmute this. Love the tune Richard uses on that video. Okay, the flight radar matches observed right yet. There were no planes. No, it's not CGI. It's like Paul is like it's like talking to again. Paul, don't act dumb. A flight radar matches the objects in the and the flight radar. They have to manually plot it as well. You have to manually plot it to show it. It matches. It's not CGI. It's like talking to a robot right here. It's not CGI is the claim. Not that they're yeah, and they weren't. They obviously weren't commercial planes. They were not. Boeing large conventional planes. So right now we're debunking the CGI ones because in controlled opposition setup, once people see through that they weren't conventional planes. So that guy's calling you a liar without, I presume, plowing through your hours and hours of your work and channel and hours, etc. Yeah, but he's also a disinfo agent. He posted real footage, no, fake footage, actual fake footage, and then he would and then he said it doesn't matter. For example, the Building 7 with explosive sounds. He actually said, here's Building 7 with explosion. I was like, that's fake footage. And then he's like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, what? Anyways, here's some orbs around the object. So notice the strange orbs surround the plane. And notice the shadow here. It just turns pitch black for literally no reason. It goes back here. And there's a mystery plane. Whoops, there's a mystery plane in the back. Let's play this again. Yeah, this is not in descent either. Even if you see it from far away, if you say descent, it's literally like a tiny angle. So it's not in descent, and it does a very sharp turn that the wings would have broken off. That's like, it's irrefutable, so I don't know what the arguments are. And also the ELTs is also, none of them went off when it went on. Yeah, it's Dilbert. He also made like 10 plus Rumble accounts. I'll show that soon. Okay, notice the mystery plane?
Holy shit! Holy shit!
It's not 5 degrees. I don't know. So maybe how long is it? But again, you're saying that's descent. It's not descent. It's like barely any descent. We can actually measure it. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's see what the we'll go to the flight radar. Here, we'll do that. We'll do that soon. We'll measure the descent. But anyways, 5 degrees, not much. 5 degrees, not much, and the object, the plane would have broken up. Okay, here's a strange orbit in the background. So this footage is absolutely ridiculous. I'll be sharing these on YouTube later, once I get through all of them. And there's multiple mystery planes shown twice. Strange orbs are surrounded as well. And then I'll do the high contrast. You see these weird, strange orbs. All right, playing so dark. Start to sell me a mixtape. All right, let's go. Okay, so you see these weird orbs going on. Okay, what else is in here? I'll make it fast forward. Okay, just gonna go. You could faintly see them. A lot of energy. Again, you can have a building standing still. Again, when you say energy, the building standing still is more energy. Like, it's all relative. So if the plane's going that fast, the building's it's the same as if the plane is stationary and the building's going that fast. So imagine you had a plane, an aluminum plane, standing still, and the building is going at 500 miles an hour. When you think it that way, there's no debate. It's like it's literally like a windshield hitting a fly. It's like driving your car. That car has a lot of energy. Same as the fly also has relatively a lot of energy on the collision. So again, when you speak of energy, I'm saying that that energy goes into the destruction of itself because it's much weaker than the building.
The ashes are coming down. Still it's magic in my head.
Okay, so here's some slow motion, and I'll do some high contrast in a bit too. Let's see right here. Okay. So high contrast. The one turning black as well. That's actually ridiculous. Okay. Okay, so there's some orbs surrounding it. You can see some. There's another orb there. We're gonna have some better clips right here. There's another orb, 1, 2, another one, and a couple two over there. It's like all just orbs around it, and then it starts turning black and then turns black suddenly for no reason. The sun's on the other side. It should be reflecting directly to you. There's literally no reason for it to turn black. Yeah, Forbes disinfo indicates orbs are over target. Yeah, orbs is next level stuff. Okay, it's going in. Okay, now it's shiny. Now there's a light. So that reflection is where the sun's supposed to be. Now it goes in. Okay, all right. This is not possible. Okay, all that 1,000 pounds of 9.8 meters squared energy. It's going to go into destroying itself, not going to disappear into a steel building and then explode afterwards. All that energy, and it's exploding, and it's exploding, it's just 30 meters away. It's exploding 100 feet afterwards, okay? And there's a mystery plane right there. So I zoom into it. I'm going to fast forward. Okay, there's a mystery plane behind it. And we're going to see another orb on top. A really big, weird orb setup. ELTs are radio single that pings that one and doesn't say I am the ELT from flight. There was no ELT of any plane at that time. I'm ELT from flight 75 as an ELT activation. Happens 100,000 times. Even the final report didn't put any. So it's like you're talking to us to tell the final report how come they didn't put any of them. There's a million there. And how come they were talking about ones that happened minutes before? And they were surprised about that. So your EOTL, Mama Jumbo, doesn't make sense. Okay, going right here is a mystery plane there. I think a different orb setup. Okay, let's go back to the mystery plane. So where did that? Okay, yeah, I'll just stick to watching. I kind of went backwards again. Okay, so there's a missile plane. Okay, and then I go in and explodes right behind it. There's gonna be a weird orb. Okay, there's a strange orb in the background. It's not a helicopter, I'm pretty sure. It's just a strange orb in the background. There was several before. EATVs were before, but none of them were from the crashes at the time of. All right. Going further, and now you're gonna see a whole bunch of orbs. Mystery plane again is okay. Mystery planes again. This is the original footage without de-interlacing or anything or enhancing, so it's a bit awkward, a bit hard to see. But there's another strange orb. Anyways, I'm zooming into them. Okay, going back here. Okay, now I increase the contrast, and you can see all these. It's like a giant sparkling thingy. They're all hanging in there, so you can see them right now. You can see there's one there, one there, one there, one there. There's like completely surrounding it. All in these flickery orb like, yeah, just set up here. All right. Yeah, there was none after. They're all before, not after. Yeah, so 9/11's right. We'll read the summary soon. Okay, this is pretty epic stuff here. Okay, and there's also people saying that literally saw like angels at the Shanksville one, like UFO and orbs and angels and stuff. Okay, and look how high this fume cloud is. It's smoke or whatever it is. This is dust. Increases contrast right here, just to illustrate. But look how high this one goes, and the wind is pretty. That's interesting too. It's like the impact's here, and then it just flies over it. Like that's how strong it was. Not come from it because ELT and those planes were shredded to bits. Well, the ELTs are supposed to do stuff. Okay, so now he's saying that none of them had an ELT because they were damaged, but they were designed to give one off on a crash. All of them go up. Some of them go up. None of them. Some of them just look like they disappear. Okay, so going back, train of thought. Anyways, okay. We're going back to the setup. Okay, with the Nixon person, we're gonna see his Rumble. So if we go to my Rumble, so if I go here, Rumble. So that Nix guy, he kept posting for non-stop, and I had to delete his account many times, and I keep banning him. I said, go away, evil disinfo agent, and then another replies, okay, this guy's noticed his account, NIX432. He deletes it, creates another one, NIX324. Another one, NIX999. Interesting, 999, 666 upside down. 99999. Another one he creates, 9279. And NIX, NIX 819, 8172, 8172, NIX, NIX 549. So he created a whole bunch, and he's just commenting on everything, and even on my YouTube I had to just delete them. So I just mute them. I don't want to deal with the nonsense. And then first he goes on Twitter, and then he goes on, and then he posts right here. Then he makes a full post on Reddit. So this guy with 1 subscriber on YouTube made a hit piece on me. Okay. Paul should be a guest on a live stream. Oh, possibly. It did not come from an incident. Okay, so Paul's saying it did not come from aircraft. Well, again, that's just further evidence that the objects were not the stuff. But then again, you agree with that. It's not the actual things striking him. So I don't know what they are. You said there was a hijacking them. But you said those objects were not. You said they were aircraft, but they were not controlled by the terrorists. So I don't know what the summary is of your stuff because you've contradicted several times. All right, so infiltration of 9/11 Truth Movement, aka the controlled opposition disinfo. This is the same guy, NX32. Let's see when he created his account actually. So created last year, October 17th, 2023, and he has minus 100 karma. All right, so that is comment karma. Okay, so everyone just downvotes him. Interesting. So this one is pretty interesting because he throws in 9/11 revisions and 9/11 planes research. All right. So, infiltration of 9/11 Truth Movement, aka the controlled opposition disinfo. Long story short, we all know key documentaries about 9/11 are banned. Sandbox on YouTube. September Clues by Simon Shack is literally banned, and The Great American Psy-Opera by Ace Baker, Colin Alexander, can only be that's his fake name too. They're on those planes, but did not steer the aircraft. So you have real Paul was saying there's real hijackers. Well, the thing is, what do you mean by real? Are they just like CIA guys, or are they actually some Arab guys? Are they? but they not steer the aircraft. So then are those the aircraft that went into it? So what's the thing? I don't have a summary. I only have certain. What is striking it? What do you think strike it? So they didn't steer it. So so someone else steered it. But there was the hijacking planned by the government? What's going on? I just want to know what your thoughts are. Why, Matt G? Is it because all the lies? Okay, Matt G. Why do I mistrust the government? All right. Anyways, long story short, going back here. The Great American Sci Opera by Ace Baker, Colin Alexander can only be found in quotes or through Google. Interestingly, Judy Wood is not, and he didn't type Woods anymore, because I corrected him and I said, you're saying Woods. And then he said, oh, spelling mistake. Okay, so ever since I said that he was spelling it Woods, he stopped doing it. But again, the comments are like gone. Where did it go? I think it might have been in the Rumble. Actually, I'll find it in my email. Okay, I'll go email Woods. All right, so right here. Whoops. To show you Woods. Okay, this is if I search email Woods, so that same guy next. So no. Ace Baker's a big one. Promotion of Judy Woods. It's always the Woods until I corrected him. One of many. Another one. Woods. Okay, it's like spotting disinformation. What are absolute facts? They're not absolute facts. Those are complete jokes. Anyways, Paul, don't say something's an absolute fact if you don't bring up any evidence for it. Okay, you have to bring up evidence of planes disappearing and aluminum planes going through steel. That's not happening. So until you bring something up, you're just saying nonsense. All right, going back here. So anyways, so he says Woods, and then because I told him that he's like, oh, it's typo, and then he changed it. Now he's saying, interestingly, Judy Wood is not, which does not mean she is wrong. I think they allow her because her theory, it's her observations, is so far out there for average Joe. There's no way average Joe could ever believe. Play my description of Paul Clueless. Which description? Anyways, I don't want to create some sort of weird. This is Paul Loveless video there. Okay. Anyways, we'll show the video maybe. I still want to create some sort of distraction because it's almost time to go. Anyways, I'm like standing up for how many hours is that? We got 3 hours. Holy. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading this and see how much more we can go. We got through 2 hours 55 minutes. We have 45 people. You want to get a dog? Move the Woods. All right. Let's go back here. I think they allow her theory because they're so far out for average Joe. There's no way average Joe could ever believe her, but he may believe Shaq and Baker, who are liars, and realize how fake the whole thing was. He may, if he saw the docs. Not only are Baker and Shaq banned and sandboxed on YouTube, but there's a 50K plus sub channel. Again, back to the shout out. Matthew Solutions, aka MES, and few smaller quote partners, aka 9/11 smaller partners. All right, I'm the ringleader. 9/11 revisionists and 9/11 planes research that pretend to represent the 9/11 truth vehemently, calling Baker and Shaq disinfo agents, while at the same time spreading disinfo. They're fanatical about Wood, which would be fine if they did not wrongly slander two great researchers and spread disinfo. MES claims that quote planes were not CGI but holograms. Denies use of explosives. Claims that TV footage is real and consistent in all videos. These are all real. Okay, let's go. All these claims are long proven. For quote planes, left engine puffball by itself is a definite proof. It was just a random frame with just dust explosion. I invite everyone who has not studied, watch it and say that's not CGI. Well, it's not CGI. Did they use a hologram to create airplanes? Yeah, I think that there was image fakery, so something might have been there and it helped. There's strange moving objects involved in the text. These are observations, not conclusions. Observation is the first action in the scientific discovery. Yeah, for sure. This one's a reality axis R14. I will highlight that actually. The 14th. I'll go to the 14th after this. I'll read this out. For planes, and then he puts the Ace Baker nonsense. Anyways, witnesses, both bystanders and news reporters, clearly stated it just exploded. And no, not a plane. It was a bomb. It just exploded. Whole bunch of them. Other people said yeah, they saw a jet. They saw something. So you can't just ignore. In more depth about David Henshaw, or however his last name is spelled, who photographed the explosion of the second tower. Okay, so he says airplanes. Well, you don't know the airplanes. You can't just state, Paul. You can't just state things without providing any evidence. Because real planes do not do what it was shown. So hence you gotta explain that away. and not hand wave it. In more depth about David Henshaw, or however his name is spelled, photographed explosion of the second tower while standing right beneath and looking at the tower, yet saw no plane. And right after, reporter Don Dollar, who was also there, said, I did not see a plane go in, they just exploded. And then an hour later, changed the story to, we witnessed the plane enter. Anyways, as for explosives, here are testimonies and large ejections of debris far below the main front. As for TV coverage, footage, and all, endless amount of ridiculous perspective flaws. Again, there is no perspective flaws due to bad layering, composite video, and inconsistencies among different footage, as well as ridiculous and non-consistent plane angles. Definitely proved official TV footage is fake composite video. And again, he has posting all these like talking points he's getting from his handler. Not that it even matters. Just one more example how controlled opposition operates, mixing bits of truth with massive amounts of lies. All right, so just repeat himself. And I replied, stop harassing me with your disinfo. For real 9/11 truth, check out my 2 playlists. And I put here, right here. I can promote it. And then he's playing the victim now. He's attacking me. You stop harassing me and others with your disinfo. You promote 4 big lies that Baker and Shaq are disinfo agents. That planes were not CGI but holograms. Deny use of explosives. That TV footage is real and inconsistent old videos. Okay, so he's giving me a good setup here. Terminator Seed. I think something can be seen in the distance which have been maybe projecting the planes. Quite something was there, but it was a projection. Do you agree with Terminator Seed? Search Terminator Seed, but I don't know what that means. Thanks, Matthew, for all your fantastic works. Cheers. Yeah, thanks, Reality, for yours as well. You got a lot of stuff down right, especially the missing bolts. Okay, I'll do Reality Access. He does show some of these, the 14 one. It's fast moving objects on the Winter Garden. Okay, I'll try to power through some of the stuff here. Okay, this guy putting 3D in perspective. Holy smokes, you're good. Let's go. It's math stuff. Okay, so we'll try to power through some of these. I'm gonna keep reading this guy's nonsense. So all 4 lies, you know it, you're free to address evidence, you just name call. He literally just made a video on it. Like, he just name calls and he just says pathetic disinvention. You just name call. I know you will never address it, but here, I'll make it easier for you since you claim planes were not CGI. How do you explain the left engine puff above the wing? Holograms don't do that. Anyways. And then I said, you literally made a hit piece against me. And I put a link. All 50 plus footage of the second plane match exact same flight paths, thus ruling out CGI. And disinfo agent Ace Baker faked his death on live radio. So if you're not seeing this one, you got to see this. So the guy he's saying is not a disinfo agent. And then he didn't reply after that. Whoops, Ace Baker, death. Let's play, I'm just like powering through. Okay, Ace Baker. Let's go, why does it not have here? Oh, I wrote suicide in the other one. I should change that so it doesn't get, okay, so right here. This is Ace Baker guy.
Support what government does. And what government does is murder, theft, and counterfeiting. Everybody else evidently has no problem with that, but I just can't accept it. I've tried really hard to produce good science about the 9/11 airplane videos, and I succeeded. I proved video compositing. I did. I solved 9/11, but nobody cares.
Well, I don't know why.
Not even anyone within this so-called truth movement. I mean, Dylan Avery, he got co-opted and he ruined his movie. And Stephen Jones lied to me and he lied to everyone. Judy Wood lied and Rob Balsamo lied. And Simon Stack's movies, you might like them, they're completely false. They're 99% false. And I've been banned from every so-called truth forum out there, and Killtown and Fred. They're
Ace, I care so much about your work.
About me, and I can't take it anymore.
Ace, I care so much about your work.
To just stop doing 9/11.
Ace, look.
My
people who are very, listen to me a second. People who are very original in the field are often not appreciated at the time. I have so much confidence in your work that it's a prominent part of the new book I'm editing on the 9/11 controversies. I feature you regularly on this program. I feature you.
Say to my daughters, you know, girls, I love you, and I know that 9/11 has taken a lot of me away from you, and I'm sorry for that. and I hope that someday that you'll forgive me for that. And to my wife, Claire, I just want to say that I love you, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for everything. And to my parents, Mom, Dad, I miss you, and I want to come home.
Ace,
I want to come home.
We need you, Ace. We need you. I need you. The world needs you. These are temporary. These are temporary problems of innovators in their fields are frequently unappreciated. My God, Galileo was prosecuted subjected to an inquisition, prosecuted by the church. Galileo, for God's sake.
I'm coming home.
I hope this is not for real.
Alright, so it's Jim Fetzer helping Ace Baker. Fake is, I'm going to change this so I don't get just less chance. Anyways, so I put Paul Levels in a timeout. Yeah, because it's a bit too much nonsense. But also, yeah, also because they're getting a message from 9/11 saying, either Paul, get rid of him or I'll leave. We'll just give him a timeout. But anyways, it's Paul Levels.
One of the best ways to drain people.
Oh, this one we'll play later. This is, well, not 100% sure yet on Paul Levels. It's a bit next level. It's a bit weird. But we'll see. But anyways, just enough of this pretending like, pretending that the planes or hijackers were real in any way. It's just too much. The other one is that raised my suspicion. Is like I posted this video right here. Okay, so even after all the Hutchinson stuff, all the live streams, all the pretending to say that Hutchinson's real, he even says right here. After I showed him the latest one on John Hutchinson, he's like, I don't know, man, I'm losing faith. It all seems like a scam. Levitating object had the top half obfuscated by the foil. So that's. So, anyways, just if he continues, I'll just kick him out. He can't do this anymore. Yeah, Paul is interesting, but also 9/11 revisionist doesn't want him there, and 9/11 is obviously got to stay. So Paul, if you want to keep your stuff, you gotta get in good terms with 9/11 revisionist. Okay, I'll actually make him right here if you want. Okay, so now I can maybe give you a manager right here. Hide. How to make it I'll make you manager. Like you can add people or not. It's up to you. Not a big fan of Jim. He backed Trump. Anyways, Paul's interesting. Reality access. What he says. Where's your personal integrity? Yeah, for sure. So yeah, so they faked their own death. Like the guy faked his own death in live. A speaker then. Dared Hutchinson to replicate it for 100K, and John did. Ace never paid or pitched up. Many people have debunked him and Fetzer, yeah, for sure. But also, it's like when someone says that, like when I go through hours and hours of impossible plane physics, just that steel plow going through. I forgot who mentioned something about a potato going through steel. Well, again, show me the footage of this and what are the dimensions of it? Because, for example. The object, the aluminum plane, was thinner than the steel building, like, and not just different material, thinner, and all the parts were loosely connected relative to the steel that needs to be like infinitely bolted down, so it doesn't, so it can be able to lift 500,000 tons. I knew all this. Is he crying? No, so he faked his death and he came back like a few weeks later. I guess he's in the house. Yeah, before he... But no, I won't ban. I just put him a timeout, 10 minutes to see what's up. I think possibly at least in the live stream before you just ban him. We should do a live debate. Yeah, that could be interesting too, if he wants to show up. Because he hasn't replied to the email thingy. Initially, I sent an email and he never replied. So until he does, there's no live stream until he gives up his position. So email subscriber. Anyways, I'm like including my email. So this email was actually to Paul Loveless, and then I spent all this time, and he never replied to it. So until he replies to it, there's no live stream until he replies to the email. So I wrote right here an email exchange with one of his YouTube moderators with regards to the planes, even after MES had Mark Cullen on. And it's Paul. Yeah, I put right here. I put the email. I stated my points, saying basically, is this fuselage going through 200 feet of the building of steel skyscraper without getting crushed? So if yes, and so the why do people do that? How do they just waltz in like nothing happened? Yeah, he just walks in. Yeah, yes to live stream. It would be interesting, but again, he has got to answer these questions. Like this one, he's saying the ELT was shattered. And everything. This fuselage on the exterior is not shattered. So okay, so that's something else. All right, and so on. So yeah, it's just too much. All right, yeah. So that was Ace Baker. I see some other stuff here. Fetzer, how to denigrate. Yeah, we'll play some of that, but it's I am losing some setup here. Anyways, yeah. So I don't have time to go to these videos. I'll add them to the other setup here. I'm gonna have like infinite. I'm gonna add most of this to the next and future live streams. But one thing I do want to cover now, if I want to go back to here, and I'm gonna do a tribute video, a tribute video to this woman as well. Let's go. Her name is Dominique. Yeah. So that video I made, the video I uploaded, John Hutchison actually sent me it. So if you go to somewhere. So this rare footage I uploaded. This one, these links from this. I got them from here. This is a 2007 pilot episode. It has John Hutchison. This is from a woman, Dominique Radwanski, and Rob Simon was also in it. Anyways, so what's his name? Right here, like show the message. Right here, John Hutchison actually on Skype. So John Hutchison actually sent me that one there. So he sent me this one, and then I said, "Great video, I'll put it to my channel." And then he's like, "Epic stuff there." Yeah, so I shared this one, and he liked that as well. So he showed me that one, and it was a rare one. I've never seen this footage where it actually shows him inside, like operating, not just like the actual results. Yeah, thanks for uploading the rare footage. Super cool from his apartment. So I shared that, and then the first thought, Paulova says, it's Hutchison Frags is a scam, even though he said it's real after hours of live streaming. So so definitely something's up. I was just keeping him for like intelligence gathering, but we'll see. He's not banned, but again, it's like that it's like that Gabriel guy, the flat Earth guy. Just it's like you're not dealing with a normal truther, dealing with MES. I'm literally, if I'm keeping you on there, it's the intelligence gather. Yo, Paul has been here for ages. He wants you to ban him so he can say you're right and he's wrong, he's right. Well, what's he gonna do? The thing with 9/11, even like that the disinfo agent guy, they don't want to promote like even my channel, like the link to it. So he probably will remove that video anyways. And so they don't even put the links to it, and the comments they delete them because they don't want an actual like traction on my channel. All right. Okay, so going back there. Anyways, going back to this part, I'm going to play the tribute video. I'll do a video on it later as well somewhere. And then I'll head out because I just I'm standing forever. All right. So, and also just losing it. So this is the video, and it has 3 of these ones. I'll upload these separate as well. This guy says he's dealing with UFOs and you can control your minds. That's a bit out there. This one's dealing with a electrotherapy, and he has a museum. So that's be cool. This guy passed away. And so the creator of that film, after I uploaded it, I found out when I was trying to do research on her, just put some info on her or contact her. I actually tried to contact her for a live stream, and then I realized, oh no, she actually passed away. Just embrace and then smother a cat, but it failed. Just keep channels as open as possible until the distractor become obvious. But they won't go away. Just manage their time. Yeah, for sure. And also, Nile Visions, he's the big player in helping me. So what he says goes. If he. So yeah, I'll do that right now. I'll try to do it right now. 9/11 Revisionist. I'll try to make you a manager. Just careful not to ban too many people. How do I do? Okay, I'm gonna remove as standard moderator, then and then add as moderator. How do I add? Okay, so it's removed there. Can you comment something? 9/11 Revisionist. I just want to double check something. We'll make you a regular, like a full moderator. Because I do trust you, so we'll see how it goes. And 9/11 Revisionist. Add as moderator, managing capabilities of standard moderator. As can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live, and also capabilities of standard moderator. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, you can put user in timeout. So up to you. So I'll just put you the normal one. So if you think you can put people in timeouts and so on, and go on. Anyways, continue back on the journey here. So that creator of this, we'll show her in this video.
And where
potential, what we really are, and where we came from. If we answer this, we answer everything.
we're gonna go see John Vice.
Right.
I think it shows her in the car. Where's the car? Did they show her already? Okay, they didn't show their name. I just want to show their name.
There's a growing awareness among people of the underlying spiritual nature in all things. We all want to unite with the energy that makes and guides the universe, but it is the way we see reality that stops us from learning our true nature and purpose. Our mission is to uncover evidence and explain the mysteries which connect science and spirituality. By seeking...
Okay, so that's, that was Dominique Rodwansky and Rob Simon. All right, and I think she was 27 years old during this time, so she was way ahead. And she visited John Hutchison's lab.
Found it.
Wow. Look at...
Yeah, Maggie, don't be... No, I'm not banning. I just put a timeout. But again, now the Business is has a say as well. He was about to leave.
That's
amazing. Incredible. He's got an anti-aircraft gun. He's got a generator. He's got a transformer up there. This guy is...
A bell, too.
This is amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
Wow. Let's go meet him.
Yeah, we're gonna check this guy out.
Yeah.
So that's Hutchison's apartment in Vancouver back then, and then there's John Hutchison, and also just make a note. This website's gone. It's not this one. HutchisonEffectOnline.com. It's just HutchisonEffect.com. I've edited in the in my Telegram. I actually edited it out. Put the other one, the corrected one.
Rob. Hi, Rob. How you doing? Good, thanks. That's good to hear.
Paul's too much coward to come on live. I think Nadovin actually asked him to come on a live stream for a debate with him, and they haven't done it. She opens a documentary with the right statement. Yeah, for sure. And we'll explain. This was a pilot episode for Discovery Channel, and they wanted to edit it out. Let's try to go back here. So here's inside his lab, and let's go to the toilet.
That's a transmission unit.
Where's the toilet he has?
That I use in some of my experiments. It's a naval piece, and I'll be turning that on a little shortly.
How come so much of the stuff is radio gear?
It's all naval radio transmission gear around in here.
Okay, where's the toilet? Let's go.
And the frequencies adjust, so what I try and do is compensate all the time.
Okay.
And these instrumentations, they help me a little bit on determining that.
Nothing's happening.
Wait up, I just wanted to see the... Where's the toilet in here? Okay, I put the... Okay, so going... I put the timestamps on the other one. Somewhere... Rare footage, okay. Rare footage. I just want to get through this one. That's why I like the YouTube one, has a timestamp. It's pretty good. Okay, Matt G says, have a good night. Have a good night. I gotta go. Methyl Miner. Yeah, for sure. I'll be ending it too. I'm just want to get to the tribute one, and then we'll go through it. I just want to get through some stuff. Okay, it's John's toilet. Okay, so here's John's toilet.
Is it good?
So you have a toilet here.
Yeah, the throne. She's inspecting it. Oh my goodness grief. Believe it or not, that is
How do you do it?
All right.
I think I'm doing all right here. I got everything on. Power up the energy here.
So here's him actually powering it up. First time I've seen it.
I'm just gonna rest my hand on this 50 caliber machine gun.
Kind of oily.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing's happening.
Or overheated a bit. Can't tell from the monitor, but I'll try. I got it cranked to max. Yeah, we've got a spike there, but...
Yeah. Oh.
Got something levitating in there.
All right.
It's levitating.
All right. Yeah, so it's levitating behind there.
Dominique, we're gonna shut it down now.
All right. Yeah. So that footage, which shows again, this is more confirmation that it's real. Right, I'm getting a message. All right, we're gonna let's get through this. You had arguments with people this week. Where are the clear live footage of Hudson? We have many, but people play ignorant. Yeah, he was, and I showed him the X thread as well. So that footage you saw, this is people doing a full documentary in 2007. A full 2007, and this guy's been here for literally months, and he pretends to like my channel. And then he says, I don't know, man, I'm losing faith. It all seems like a scam. Levitating object had a half obscured by the foil. In other words, this documentary, these people are, he's just saying, here's another layer of liars, is what he's saying. That they're there just all lying with him. Okay, so that's a bit nuts. Anyways, going back here, so we're going to read the homage to her, and then let's go somewhere. Yeah, so that woman right here, so Dominique Radwanski, the creator of the Somewhere Out There episode, was found dead inside the waters of Georgian Bay in Ontario on January 6, 2016, after she went missing the night before. Her family said she had a medical condition, and the cause of death is still uncertain, but some are saying it's suicide, possibly. So body of Midland woman pulled from the water in Georgia Bay Township, so she was 36 years old at this time, this is article, January 7th, so she was pulled out on a Wednesday, and not on Tuesday she was pulled out. Tuesday or Wednesday? And then she went missing on Monday. Yeah, so it might have been, so Monday would have been, I think actually the 5th. Okay. So the search began after Dominique reported missing Monday night. And so it could have been, the 6th or the 5th, actually. Yeah, 6th or the 5th. But anyways, I'll put January 6th. After she was missing the night before, her family, that, and you can see from the family here, that I show this part right here. So Dominique Radwanski missing since Monday night. This is Tuesday, January 5th. She suffers from a medical condition. Her family are concerned for her well-being. Doesn't say what it is. OPP says Dominique Radwanski, 36, lived at a residence on Pine Valley Road in Georgia Township. And then I found this website from that Ralph Ring guy's website. So he's deceased. And so she says, my documentary project I created, produced, and directed, and was the host in. I traveled across the U.S. in an RV, interviewed 33 extraordinary guests. None of those were published that I know of. These 3 interviews have never been aired to date. This was in 2011, she posted. They're originally going to be aired on the Discovery Channel, but the Discovery Channel wanted to edit out much of the interviews to the point where the message that the need for raising consciousness was lost. So the Discovery Channel just basically wanted to strip it all down, so you don't get any higher moral message. These videos are reproduced here to get this information out to the world, to help awaken the minds of the masses to the endless possibilities and human potential. Somewhere out there, this was John Hudson, Dominique Radwanski owned the rights, copyrights to Somewhere Out There. And if you go to it here, this was the Ralph Ring's website. The Ralph Ring's website. And okay, I'm getting people knocking on my door. We gotta try to hurry this up quick. But anyways, my documentary said, then I commented here on her Facebook. She posted years ago. And then she said, well, I really wish my project would reach the masses just like I'd originally intended. Hello, this is Dominique, the creator. This is from 13 years ago. And host of Somewhere Out There. I really appreciate to see the great comments from the online community. Makes me happy. Thank you, hugs. And then Dean and I said, hi, Dominique. I just saw your 3 interviews after John Hudson sent me the video. I will also share your Hutchison video on my YouTube channel at MES. If that is okay with you, would you also be interested for an interview / possibly joining my live stream to discuss your work over the years? Let me know. And I said, update. I just realized Dominique Radwanski died in 2016. RIP, and I'll play the video. So her family posted a video of her paintings as a memorial of her death. Dominique Radwanski was well ahead of her time. Let's play this video right here. All right, guys. Yeah, that's It's pretty sad, but it is. Yeah, but anyway, so she's ahead of her time, and this is why. And again, she was there way ahead. Probably didn't have much support, and couldn't get her stuff out to the masses and wake them up. And yeah, so there's probably going through some other stuff there. But anyways, and also someone in the comment section. So someone says, "Hi, my name is Lacey. I was very close with Dominique and her mom and dad when we were in our late teens. She was my best friend then. I just learned of this terrible news. Any type of reach out would be very much appreciated. She was a beautiful and talented soul that's very much missed." And it says, someone says, "Do you know what was the cause of her death?" It was a year ago. And it says, "To my knowledge, it wasn't exactly confirmed. I do believe some are considering a suicide. However, there are many questions." And I actually replied to her 2 days ago. "Hi, my name is Matthew. I uploaded a documentary that Dominique made in 2007 titled Somewhere Out There. I did not know about her passing until after I uploaded. Would you be able to have a talk, discuss more about Dominique? Just give a tribute." So again, this is epic. Never forget Larry Livestream. Yeah, change the schedule. Okay, yeah, a lot of people were in the know there on 9/11. Anyways, guys, that is all for today. I'm gonna see what else. I think I'll send some stuff. If it's a photo, we'll maybe cover it. What is premeditated ignorance? What is premeditated ignorance? Premeditated ignorance is the quality or condition of deliberate unawareness. It is when people do not know because they do not want to know. For if they did know, they would have to take responsibility for the knowledge, and they would thereby be required to renegotiate their identity and to relinquish the status, privilege, and authority that are derived from the false order of knowledge. At the very least, they would be compelled to leave their comfort zone. Epic stuff there. All right. And I am going to close these stuff, guys. Anyways, I have family over, and I got to get... And we've been live streaming for hours. All right, guys, that is all. Thanks for joining, guys, and have a good one. All right. All right, guys. Have a good one, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. That'll be Nyland Ridge going over disinfo agents, and yeah, so just in time, huh? Because we have a lot of people everywhere spreading disinfo. Anyways, I'm gonna end, guys, in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Ending.